What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and today we're going to take a little break from the Thorns only challenge. And the reason for that is because I can't multitask. I'll host a co-op viewer channel. Okay, I set a goal right now. I would like to do a viewers, kind of stream where we have, whether we're helping viewers through certain challenges or they're helping me in either case. But yeah, so anyways, we were taking a break from the Thorns only challenge just because, man, I was just getting really frustrated with it, honestly. The damage output just wasn't where I needed to be, and overall just struggling with all the different experiments. We just were not able to really get the results I was looking for. So I do want to take a little bit of a break just for the sake of just kind of resetting mentally and then being able to kind of just like play and enjoy it without having to do like a challenge that's actually been, and for the most part it's been pretty exciting, but some of the most recent boss fights and kind of milestones have been just really frustrating to get through, real time sinks, things like that. So what I plan to do today is just kind of go through and work on my monk, which is my absolute favorite character. Just have some fun with it and do everything we can to just get him to level 95 really is my ultimate goal. But if I can get to level 100, that'd be perfect. I would love to be able to get my very first early access character to that level, to level 100. I think that'd be such a great accomplishment. I think it'd be really fun to do as well. So what we're going to do though is we're going to do a few things to juice up these maps just a bit. Honestly, it'll give me more practice too against some of the more, what I consider difficult, where I find my build struggling with some things. And it's the delirium monsters, because when they first spawn, they have that invincibility and they can push and surround you. And sometimes they can just stun lock you. Even if you have the stun, charms and all that, I find myself still getting stunned repeatedly. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna look for some delirium. We're gonna get a bunch of the distilled ire just because I feel like it'll be easy to get, and we're gonna use exalts to kind of do the exchange here, so we can get 2 for 1. Love that. Nice. All right, so yeah, we'll place a bunch of these orders and we'll be juicing up our maps a bit. I don't know why on controller they make some of the menuing so difficult. You have to actually manually scroll down each time. That's disgusting. You want to buy my weathered fragment for 200 exalts? Okay. But you asked for it first, so first come, first serve, brother. Alright. And I don't care, you can get a div for these, but I'm not trying to be like rich. I'm just trying to get enough so I can be comfortable. And so obviously he'll make a profit and I take a loss, so give me that other one, brother. Did I ask for 200? Sorry. I must have asked for, I don't know. I thought I had it at 235. That's fine. 240, sorry. But it's only right below a div, so come on, brother, hurry up. He doesn't realize I'm streaming. But yeah, in either case, we're going to just try and get to level 95. And I've been at 92 for quite some time. Okay. In that case, it was my mistake, but he's just not understanding, so no worries. No, Mongo Monk. Now it's going to Melpak Kung. So that's what happens. All you had to do is accept the trade, dummy. That was my bad. But it takes 2 seconds to do that, see? That's all he had to do. Yay, okay. Sweet. That's how you make 200 exile. And I don't care to make like profit, but like that much anyways. We could have easily made a div off of it, but now I have 600 exalts, which will be fun. I can use those for other things. Okay, now let's go ahead and do what we're trying to do. We're going to juice up some maps. What's up, Shayla? Yeah, I'm doing well. Man, I was just so frustrated. I was so pissed yesterday. I just lost my composure. And I was just like, you know what? I need to take a break from this challenge. And I'm just playing now so I can get to level 100 ID. That's the goal anyways. And we're going to try and do our best to get there. But I'll be able to play a build that's fun. It's really enjoyable the whole time. If it's a mistake, it's one that I made. And it's not just like us hitting our head against the wall with different experiments and failing repeatedly, or just having fights that are just incredibly, you know, like broken. So I'm like, oh, I just want to have some fun with it now. Like the challenge was great, started off really good, but the last few, I'd say encounters have been really difficult. The last few bosses in particular. Okay, we got some good stuff going, but I'm doing well, and I hope you're doing fantastic. Very cool. Yeah, I just need a little mental, right? Because I was getting pissed. Like, actually angry. Like, normally I'm like, okay, that sucks. And I'm just kind of, I zero in and focus. When I was just upset, I was like, what the heck is this, man? But yeah, I need to take a break from that. That way I can come back and jump in. But you know what I need to do? I need to find where are my extra waystones? Did I use them all? I guess I've used most of them. Uncle Chucky says, thank you for your Ender Lilies videos. They help me. Nice. It's always so awesome to hear. Really glad to hear that. Let's see. So, use a bunch of these, I guess. These are the juicy ones. So what we'll do is now we're going to go ahead and craft these up. So we're going to open up this crafting window, and you can actually instill your waystones with delirium. A lot of people at this point know this, but some people don't. So I think it's really important to share these things. So we're going to actually juice them up pretty good, because honestly, I run T15s like all the time, 13 to 15 all the time. So pretty good. We're pretty confident. This is a pretty decent, very decent character. I love this character. He's my absolute favorite. So I created the Merc first, but the Monk is actually my favorite. So it's really funny. We're going to move these 14s and 13s out of the way real quick. Get some of these 15s back over here. I know it's weird the way I'm organizing. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, so you go in there. Honestly, as long as they all have some delirium, that's all I care about. So that's just going to make the maps a little bit more packed with enemies and things like that. It's been a rough week the last week, to be honest, but I'm okay. Oh, really? I hope that you're feeling better at the very least. I know that you're having some issues with your vertigo and stuff, and I know that's tough. So I hope you are feeling better, but things have been really good here, like in real life at least. But I've just been a little just kind of trying to adjust, because my wife's been off for these last few weeks and we've just been spending a bunch of time. So I'm just trying to get like back in the groove and the schedule, and I really just want to spend time with her and my daughter. But I obviously have to work too. But I was like, man, I just want to be lazy. I'm gonna be lazy. But it's fine. I love doing what I do. But sometimes, you want to take a break, and sometimes you want to take breaks. And then sometimes certain projects don't pan out the way you want, and that's kind of unfortunate. But overall, I've been loving the interactions I've had with the Path of Exile community. They've been awesome. Most of the people have been really cool, very, very helpful, and just really good people all around. So there are some scumbags on the when it comes to the economy part of it and the trading and stuff. There's definitely some jerkwads, but that's just because when there's quote unquote money involved, even fake money, oh man, all the little greedy boys just start pouring out. So yeah, it's so funny how even in video games, people can really take that good old capitalism to heart. Let's see, burning ground. See, I don't even want these. I'm just gonna get rid of them because nobody else is gonna buy them at this point. Okay. Well, I'm sorry you've had a rough week, but I do hope you're feeling better at the very least, and then I hope that this week's better than last week. Oh no, Shayla, I'm so sorry for your loss. Shayla says she lost her sister, but your health has been good enough to help your mother. your brother-in-law and nephews get through everything. Hug your family, tiresome. Oh man, I certainly will. Man, mortality has been hitting our side of the family as well quite a bit, and you start realizing how it's a very precious gift, life, man, but it's also very fragile. So I will definitely heed your advice today. I'm so sorry for your loss. I hate to hear that. I really do. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not good. I wish there's a way we could make it better, but I know that's just something you have to process on your own, you know, and in your own way. So I'm sorry about that. But thank you so much for stopping by today. You always are a pleasure to speak to. Always awesome to have you in chat. And always help me keep things positive too, so that's always nice. Okay, delirium on this map means now the visibility is a little bit foggy, so that means we're going to have the delirium monsters. Other thing to note though is that I have a tough time with these because they can move my character around quite a bit, so it's good practice for me. But this is kind of a nice showcase for this build. You can see how far he's come as well. He's incredibly strong. Once I get going, and even typically I can one-shot anything, but as I continue going and striking, I get even stronger. So if I strike in rapid succession, as I'm getting hits, I'm getting rage, so then I can get up to 30% more damage just from striking quickly. Then of course I can use my, I think it's Unbound Avatar to do even more damage, so I can get up to pretty quickly, like just right now, for example, probably 200k DPS. So that's insane. I think the highest that I've seen that I've actually like paid attention to is like 216. That's nasty. Nasty damage. But this character I'm so proud of because I made it all by my lonesome. Wasn't out using, obviously you know me, I don't do this stuff, but I don't use guides and stuff, so I was like, my merc in retrospect's terrible because it was my first character. And I'm still trying to rework that poor guy. But this character is gosh tier. It's so good. So good. There's a few things I wish I could fix that I just haven't. I spec'd into damage, and I'm a little bit of a glass cannon if I don't have a certain ability, a Grim Feast in particular. But ultimately, it's an excellent build and one that you can just dominate. I mean, I'm in a T15 juiced up map, and I'm just... And obviously you can add even more, like if I modify the waste on when I forgot to do that actually. I can regal him and do all that too. Because I would like to get more experience as much as possible. But yeah, I mean, I'm just one-shotting everything, so as you can see, it's pretty awesome. We get the Simulacrum Splinters, which is what I really want, which is actually why I'm doing it this way too, because I can double up on the farming, get some XP, we get extra monsters, and then of course we get all the Simulacrum Splinters that we normally wouldn't get. We don't get the distilled ire, but I can just purchase those now that we're rich and stuff. Oh, hold on. Uncle Chucky, awesome. Thank you for being so supportive. I know you're new to the chat, but that's what we're all about here. Creating a safe space for everybody. Support, positivity, all that good stuff. Even when I'm grumpy. But I'm not grumpy today, actually. I was very, very upset yesterday, and I was just so disappointed in myself. I was like, man, I got pissed for no reason. I wasn't in the mindset to do what I had set out to do. But I'm like, oh, I gotta post, I gotta do that, you know, so you're kind of stuck doing that. And I was like, man, I wasn't really feeling it. I had this bad energy going into it, and I knew that it wasn't gonna pan out, and I just was like, ooh, that's kind of foolish of me. Oh my gosh, big hit, okay. Okay, so we'll see how much million of damage we can do here. Oh my goodness. There you go, that's more like it. He was positioned very poorly, so I missed like 90% of those hits, but as you can see, then I did like 3 million damage in just a few seconds, so yeah, I was my bad. I positioned those bells really poorly, and when I put them down, I wasn't able to reposition very good, so whoops. I don't want any of these. Alright. Any more hyenas? Yeah, you guys. See how they all just die in one hit? This is such a strong build. And we're playing at the highest tier right now, so T15s, of course you can have more modifiers that add more levels to the up to like level 81, I think. for the monster level. But that's kind of at that point splitting hairs. Ultimately, you're still one-shotting everything. It's just the fact that some of the modifiers might be working against your build, so you might have some that increase elemental resistance or just stuff that you don't like. I hate burning patches of ground, for example. Things like that, so. But the more modifiers you have, the more XP you're gonna get. Well, not necessarily XP, but you can have more monsters, so typically you can have more XP. You're also gonna have, Uncle Chucky, thank you so much. Thank you so for the super chat too. We are working towards that goal. I would love to do a stream where it's like just with you guys in here, having a blast going through, and I could either help carry you guys through difficult parts that you're having trouble with, help you farm for something in particular, or of course, if you have an OP build that you just want to showcase, then you could carry me, one of my weaker characters, through something. That'd be awesome. Let's see. This is contains an additional tablet. I can't read. So this area is pretty tough because it's corrupted. So when you kill a lot of enemies close together, there's going to be these red orbs, and if there's enough orbs, they're called coalesced. I don't know, coalesce something. If these fragments get close enough together, then they form those little demons. So it's kind of scary. Shayla says, I'm just finishing up my Liza P new game +5 run. That is awesome. Just had the last 3 bosses. I needed familiar, so I didn't have to think too much. Nice. What is, oh, I saw a health bar. It freaked me out. I was like, well, I thought I was in a safe spot. Man, I can't wait for the DLC. And honestly, like, I want to prepare ahead of time and go through and do another playthrough, because honestly, I've been playing this game. It's a lot, and it's not at all Souls-like, but there are some things that are similar, especially when you're low level and you're weak. There's a lot of, you know, timed rolls and learning movesets and things like that, but I need to get back in the mix, honestly. And the best way for me to do that would be to dust off the good old Liza P and some of those other Souls-likes and get back into it. You know, they released Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which was awesome. Ninja Gaiden, as many of you know, is one of my favorite games of all time. Ninja Gaiden Black in particular. I love Ninja Gaiden, the original, and Ninja Gaiden Black, though, is my absolute favorite. That game was made back in 2004. March of 04, I think. So that's like almost 21 years old. That game is a big part of my life. It's amazing. And one of the best games I've ever played. Probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite game of all time. Bloodborne's my favorite Souls-like from FromSoft of all time. Liza P is my favorite non-FromSoft Souls-like. So we're talking about a lot of big favorites and a lot of big news coming out this year for 2025. So we are... we've got the DLC for Liza P at some point. We've got Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is essentially like the remake or remaster for 2. We have Ninja Gaiden 4 coming out in fall of this year. And then we have the first Berserker Kazan coming out in, I want to say, March. So we have some excellent, excellent titles coming out. And it's really exciting because, honestly, these are all games that I've been looking forward to playing. Games that will kind of also break up the, you know, spice up the routine and the schedule a little bit too. So these little icons here, they're called rituals. I really am kind of hesitant to do them. This is a great open area though, so I might. Chaotic Boils Grill. I'm at 7% XP, so I died a few times, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna not die anymore. The reason why I don't like doing rituals is because they're very hard for my character in particular. I like to be able to move around and not die instantly. Obviously, if you had Chaos Inoculation, we'd be immune to some of this damage here, but honestly, I just want to see what's in the shop. I don't want to really press it any further, so yeah, these could be omens, very valuable items, but I don't know if it's worth me dying for that. So, but yeah, so obviously as I go through, I'm gonna explain for you guys who are newer to this, but I don't think I'll be doing rituals too much. That'll be kind of reserved for once I'm post level 95. Then I don't care if I die at that point. I'll have essentially everything I need and want. But yeah, those yellow enemies are the rare enemies, and they are essentially mini bosses. They're all dying in 1 hit or 2 hits, just like everything else in this entire map. So, oh wow, he took 3 hits. My gosh, I'm a liar. So yeah, this is a really strong build. Thank you so much again, Uncle Chucky, for the super chat, of course. And of course, I'm glad that you were able to get some value out of the Ender Lilies guide. That was one of my first 100% guides on the channel that I did here, and I really enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. Lots of fun. Ooh, this is good. This could be good. This has potential, but not really. So that's interesting. I'm liking that. The map's complete, so we're good. Obviously, you can defeat the rest of the monsters if you want to. I don't truly care to. It would help, but I honestly, if I wanted to level, and truly that was my major goal, we would be looking for waystones that have XP bonuses, which right now don't really have any on my person. So here I'm kind of confined to this circle, as I mentioned before, but this is fine. It's actually a full circle. Typically you have the environment blocking half of the arena, so this is actually some of the most fair I've seen. So of course we have everything happening at once. Where's that fool at? Okay, did good there. I really just want to see, are these going to be... Oh, of course not. I can't tell. Oh, what is it? Darn it. They fixed that. You can actually re-roll now. Before, you could not re-roll. That's insane. They actually fixed it. Well, that makes me want to go and risk another one, even at the cost of potentially dying. Silly? I think so. Totally against what we're trying to do? Absolutely. But that is literally what I do. I am the most contradictory streamer. I'll be like, I think I'm going to do this, and then I completely do the opposite. Oh, look, I'm not going to do this anymore. I do it the next second. I'm just stubborn. Okay, where's that other ritual then? It might have been right at the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. That was the boss fight, so it wouldn't be there. There's one that remaining, so I don't recall where it would be. I don't recall seeing it. But sure, the new game +5 is impressive. I don't think I've ever done more than like a maybe new game +2, I think. So I still don't have technically like all of the the nodes unlocked. I forget what they're called in that game now. The P organ stuff. Is this the one? Ooh, that's kind of a nasty little area though. Don't like that. Ugh. Scared. You die. Okay, let's go. R1, we're gonna get juiced up. Oh, lovely. So far, so good. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. It's gonna bring back everybody else that we killed in these. Oh my gosh, orbs. That was good. And we get all our health back with the Grim Feast. Lovely. Okay, is it nothing? It's nothing. It's actually nothing at all. I've never done this before, so are you sure you want to re-roll favors? Yeah, because these suck. We can get an exile. Oh my gosh, look at us. $18 spirit gem, fine. I mean, these are all terrible things. This is why I don't like these. They have such high risk with such low reward. Really, if you're farming them and you're speccing into that particular mechanic, you can get some value out of it, and there's some omens in particular that are quite valuable. And then of course the audience with the king, which I've never seen. I've never even seen it in the shop, believe it or not. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about them necessarily. Alright, so we've got a few more maps. I completely forgot to continue upgrading these. That's my bad. That was because I was explaining stuff. Went into explain mode and I forgot how to multitask. Delirium, that's a good one. Alright, and then we got these 10 maps. Very good. This is a good one. Another 10. That's fantastic. You don't see that too often. The 10s are quite rare, actually. That's valuable. Alright, so now throw this in here for now. Honestly, no one's buying these anymore. I'm just about to just start getting rid of them, honestly. No one wants to buy them. I have like 50 of them. I don't see the benefit of it. What we can do is we're going to try and craft this, see if we can make this even better. This is not a bad kind of starting point. So the increased damage over 100% is fantastic. Things that we don't really care about, accuracy, doesn't really matter. Reduced attribute, I mean, whatever. And then the life leech, I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. So let's see if we can improve this. 14 to dexterity, that's not bad. Yeah, so I mean, again, it's like, that's kind of where the effectiveness ends. I wonder if I could try something here. This is going to be really risky. I added damage. That's good. That's good, actually. Okay, so if we were to try and get this thing even more beefy, get this up to 20% quality, and it doesn't even break 300 fizz damage, so darn. So yeah, kind of a waste. Kind of a waste. That sucks. That's why it's good to pick up all the extra resources, because you do stuff like that and that's a big expenditure just right there. Okay. Alright. Where do we go now? So there's a citadel right here. Honestly, I failed my first citadel today and I was really disappointed. And it was actually just because delirium monsters. It was this one. Now there's other nodes you're going to see that show failed status, but I've completed every single one. Like I've 100% cleared the map, 0 monsters, and it still shows failed, so I don't know why. But this one actually was a fail. My first and only fail. Which is very unfortunate because those are costly. But delirium sucks, man. Like here, like I'll try, but it's just the monsters just push into me. So this is probably bad. It's actually not bad. Increased ailment threshold, they're just really resilient, so that could be a thing. No worries though. We have 8 experience right now. It takes so long to get the XP or sufficient XP. We're gonna start off with a delirium mirror, and honestly this is the hardest part for me, starting off with one. If I could bypass it, that's good. It's not in front of us, so a lot of times it's like preventing, like you have to go through it, and that can be an issue because at that point I'm not buffed yet. I don't have my Grim Feast, I don't have anything really going. That's the mirror right there. So let's see if we can grab some shield first and some damage. See, now I feel more comfortable. I have 3,000 shield versus the 2, and I feel better already. Alright, so let's get some of these kills in. I'd like to get close to the 5k shield, and then we can go tag that delirium, and then I'm much more confident. That's an initial start that makes it very, like the commencement of the delirium activity is what is the scariest. Okay, so good. I'm happy. Let's hurry up because we have our charged shield. It's all maxed out now. And we can do this for extra power. See, now we're good because they're invincible for the first few moments, which makes it really scary. Very good. And there's like complete. So now it's just a matter of how long can we maintain and keep up this delirium. And the longer we stay in this state, the better the rewards. But again, our character is very, very good, very viable end game. It's an excellent character. Love this monk. Super proud of it. I'm gonna try and recreate it as much as I can the next few seasons. Shayla, thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. We are gonna get to this goal. See, the thing is, I don't like the way that YouTube has its goals. it's hard to keep track of like previous. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to notate that we have the 2. And again, another strange thing that they've done is that they haven't allowed you to kind of like have any number. It's like 1, 5, 10, 20, 100. It's like, okay, well, clearly some of those numbers are very unattainable. So I'm going to keep track of it and just break it down until when we get to the 10, then we'll just end up doing and scheduling the stream, because I think that'll be so much fun. And thank you so much again, Shayla. You're so kind and so generous as always. It means a lot. It really does. Funny thing is, man, you never realize, like, oh gosh, we lost a little bit of time. That's fine. You never realize the how crazy, how much you spend and during the holidays. It's like, oh my gosh, like you know, you still feel it. You feel it through the next few months. And I'm like, okay. And the thing is, with our family, we had a lot of birthdays at the beginning of the year, so I was like, oh man, like. So it's so funny because I was just joking when I was talking to my dad earlier today. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to start another channel so I can pay for all these upcoming birthdays and stuff. It's so funny. This is gonna be a really big year for my family, like my extended family, I should say. Of course for my family, but extended as well. I got my little sisters, they're gonna be graduating, and also we've got some cool things planned for all of them. They don't even know yet. But I can't say what, because sometimes they lurk, so. They would find out, and then that would ruin everything. We've got a lot of fun stuff, a lot of good, big milestones for the family. Really awesome. And I hope that this year is my biggest year in terms of just like really getting and consistently maintaining like that financial stability. That's, I'd say, probably the hardest part of doing this. But I really think it's going to be a great year. I'm try and start off the right way, be diligent, vigilant. I'm just kidding. But I will be diligent. I'm going to do everything I can to stick to the schedule, because that was one thing that I had a lot of trouble with last year. But last year was there were some terrible things that happened last year that we're now getting over. So yeah, we'll be good. I think we'll be real good. Azure Amulet, I love those. But yeah, this build is so much fun. Definitely the one I'm most proud of. I'm gonna do my best to get it to level 100 before the end of early access. Apparently that's a pretty big feat, but I would like to do it. I'd like to have one character reach 100. Other than that, it's really largely unnecessary. It's just more for like, there's like leaderboards and things like that, and it's mostly for like, oh, I was the first to reach level 100, so I didn't know that that was like a big thing in the community. And for these types of games, even Diablo in particular, so I was like, oh, I didn't know that was even a thing. But it's like kind of like a ladders or a race where like it's like who can reach that first, and then it's like after you get that level, and you're like, okay, well, who can do the most damage or who can do the highest DPS, and so they're then, you know, pulling out the spreadsheets and doing all that stuff. And that's not really appealing to me, but it's cool. But I can appreciate it. But I'm like, I'm never gonna do that. I don't care about being first. I care about just doing fun stuff, challenging things like that. But not so much so that I start, you know, losing my stuff. Because I was pissed yesterday. Oh my gosh, I was just I don't know why. I was just in a bad mood. I let my emotions get the better of me. Moment of weakness. I mean, I guess we all have them. Oh, okay. The funny thing is, aside from the single target, so instances where I'm facing off with one enemy that's got tons of health, like an actual boss, a unique boss, so to speak. Ooh, that's big. Oh my. Like that, for example. Holy hell. Whew! I was gonna say, you don't really get to see my build, but now you get to. Now I'm about to die because I'm getting poisoned by this idiot. Okay. That was so scary. What the heck? I've only seen one of those before. That was terrifying. I've only ever seen one of those, so That's a pretty neat little encounter, and that would be a unique boss. A boss that has like an orange health bar. They're much stronger. The yellow ones are the mini bosses, and so there's 2 more mini bosses available, like, you know, for us to defeat, marked by the skulls here. We'll take them out, but they won't be hard at all. That guy scared me, and I was getting poisoned from the side, which is terrible, because poison breaks through my shield, so I am very, very susceptible to it. That was one, one mini boss. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's dead. So now this map's pretty much clear. We could go and fight all the rest of the little monsters, which we'll do for the most part. But honestly, I just want to get as much experience as possible. And if I can get to level 95, I'd be super content, because there's only 2 nodes that are really kind of on my radar, so to speak. But yeah, that was awesome. And thank you all so much again. You guys are awesome for the super chats. Really do appreciate that. I'm going to take off my shoes. I forgot to take off my shoes. My wife would be so mad at me. She'd be so disappointed. Those boots are like my favorite, but I don't know why. I forgot to take them out. I just came in and I was like, all right, I got to get started. Because normally I stream much earlier, so I just sat down and got to work, but I forgot to take off my shoes. I was wondering what I'm uncomfortable. All right, let's see here. Where do we go next? We need to get to the Citadel here. I imagine this path would probably be the best. We're gonna... Monsters are evasive and armored. Lovely. These monsters are just terrible. Alright, we have tons of 15 still. These are pretty nice to have. We might even use that just for some additional XP. And then this right here. Let's see, is it any good? It gives a bunch of different things, but not too much that I really care for, so the numbers aren't big enough. You can get more resistances from other pieces. I'd say they're much more effective, so we're just gonna go with this for now. Get rid of that. We're going to go on into this decay area, which I do believe I slotted a Delirium Waystone. Yeah. Decay's fun. I like decay. I used to hate it because I felt like I never knew what I was like, oh, I can't go there. But you rely on the minimap more and more and you get more accustomed to it. But some of these areas, like very narrow pathway, and this you can go out. It's hard to see, but you got to kind of look back up at your minimap and stuff. The Simulacrum Splinter. Hold on. Uh-oh. Easy. I'm going to pick up any of those... quarterstaves, quarterstaves actually, because my goal will be to upgrade mine. I have not seen a better one though, and I have played for hundreds of hours. So I'd say now 400 hours I put into this, the best one, I've only upgraded twice, let's just say. So I only upgraded twice. One was given to me, and then the other 2 I crafted. So. But everything's just dying in one hit. It's so satisfying. This is one of the best builds. And so much fun, in my opinion. I don't think I've seen anybody really play a monk like this, which is nice, because a lot of times like what you see is a lot of people make the meta builds, and all you see on YouTube is guides for the exact same type of character. And then my favorite part, and I'm being very facetious and mean, my favorite part is that all of the builds then, not only are they exactly the same, because there's no variety in them, and then because they're all meta, right? Then they all are very expensive to build, and when it comes to like costs in this game, it all has to do with like the currency that you obtain, the rare currencies. So whenever you see people like say, oh, you can do this much million damage, and it's like, okay, but it costs 10 divines or something like that, or it's like, or this is a 50 divine build. Like those are things that just almost most players, and for the bigger part of the player base, it's just unattainable. So I mean, you're creating builds on like saying, hey, if you max out all your stats, then this build is so good. It's like, well, no, duh. So I think it's kind of funny. Like a lot of the builds are just like based on maxing out stats, or getting very expensive gear. So it's like, well, in order to do that, you have to, you know, you got to actually put in a lot of hours to do that. And by then you're already kind of working with another build, most likely, that works just fine. So it's really funny the way that's something I'm not new to in this community, but I was like, oh, it's prevalent here as well. Like all the meta builds. I hate meta stuff. I like going against the grain and just trying. I care more about looking cool and having fun. So like if it's fun, I'm already halfway sold. But does it look cool? Oh, then count me in. But if it's you gotta spend all of this time to get this, and then you purchase this, and the character sucks until this level, it's like, then I'm not playing it. I want to have fun the whole time. So like my Thorns build needs some tweaking because I'm not having fun with it anymore. So that's a sign for me to start making changes. But if it's an unpleasant experience, then it's not a good build. Most people don't have hundreds of hours to spend on it, so they want it to be good out of the box. And I like creating build guides or characters that are just fun immediately. And they can adapt as they get stronger and stronger and more towards end game and different parts of the actual campaign itself. That's fine, but they need to be viable every step of the way. You can't have a character just suck until, well, you got to get here first, then it's really good. It's like, no, that doesn't make sense. That's not a guide at all. That's like saying, you know, once you get a six-pack, it's so easy to be healthy. It's like, well, you had to be healthy to get the six-pack. Oh, my eyes deceived me. I thought the heavy belt was the was the unique. That would have been beautiful. Oh no, that sucks. Not enough increased damage. Oh, we got a unique. Oh, we did get a unique. Oh, we got this unique. Okay, cool. That's nice because I don't think I have the upgraded or post-patch version of that. Remember, we're gonna be skipping all this junk. I don't like the rituals right now. It's just not important to me. I would much rather level than die to a ritual that's gonna get me an exalt or an augmentation orb or something stupid like that. Okay. Funny thing about the headhunter belt that everybody loves so much, I think it's largely overrated. But I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. I love the effect. But the funny thing is, you can use the beheaded support charm or gem, and you can get the same effect as long as you just time it right. So like, as long as your melee hit, whatever skill that is slotted into, hits and kills the rare enemy, you now have one of the rare enemies modifiers for like that 30-second period or whatever, which is cool. Now the belt allows you to proc that just pretty much whenever, as long as you kill the enemy with whatever attack. It doesn't have to be a specific attack. So I think I see the benefit, but I don't know if that's game changing necessarily. It's cool. So like, for example, see, I killed him, so now I should have his ability. One of his abilities. We don't know which one necessarily, but alright, let's get these guys out of the way. Need to move a little quicker. Going kind of slow. I'll do a little less talking. Unless you guys are in a chatty mood, and that's fine. But I want to kind of start picking up the pace a little bit. I want to clear out some pathways to the citadels and all that junk. And of course, I'd love to get a level at the very least. If I can get to level 95, I'd be quite pleased. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen in 3 hours. There's no way. But if I can make a lot of progress towards that, would be great. Now, if you die, it's incredibly costly in this game. It's a huge punishment. You lose 10% of your accumulated experience. So I'll show you where we're at, and if we were to die, I'll show you where we would be. I wanted more simulacrum fragments too. I felt like we didn't get very many. Disappointing. Alright. What do we have here? This is a pretty open area. Chaotic plants. I don't want to mess with it. We're at 13% XP right now. If we were to die, we'd be right back to 3% of the progress towards the next level. So dying is very, very costly, and it takes a lot of time to recover and get back from that. So let's see, what's the next big step we can take here? This Oasis. Oasis is alright. It's alright. I should be juicing these. Hold on one second. I need to do a few things. We gotta make these a little bit better. I don't want to die though, so we gotta be smart. Reduced attributes. I just need to get rid of some of the stuff. Whatever. Now this is pretty underwhelming actually, so we're gonna get rid of it. That's for my mercenary. Looking for a good bow, a crossbow, but I can't find a good one, honestly. It's a thing of beauty when the affinities actually work. Okay, so we got the Rampart Raptor. Very nice. We got all the bows now. Very good. All the unique bows. I can't believe I'm getting all these great precursor tablets. So funny. 9 and 9. I mean, these are good numbers. It's really funny. I only keep the 9s and 10s for myself. I sell everything else. But no one's buying anything right now, so also kind of sucks. These don't seem... I don't know why I picked it up. I'll just get rid of it. Doesn't matter. Now we're going to go back to our currency, our little stash tab here. See what we can upgrade. This will just make the waystones have more modifiers, so the levels or the maps that we activate are going to be a little more challenging. Which is good, but it also increases the risk of us dying. There's going to be a few things I will get rid of and I will not play because I don't want to die. So, I mean, that's all pretty bad actually, but it's fine. I can deal with it. I can rock that too. I'm okay with any of these. I just don't want burning patches of ground. I don't necessarily want 200% increased stun chance either, because I get stun locked all the time. So yeah, these are great. It didn't ruin any of them. Elemental resistance is actually pretty bad for me as well, but I'll actually do this one so I can get rid of it. That means that they're 50% more resistant to what I'm throwing at them. So kinda sucks, but we do want to get rid of that if we can. This map is kind of weird too. I feel like there's a lot of crabs and you can get ambushed pretty easily here, so not the best area, but I'd rather just knock it out now. Those are, if you can hit them before they hit you, or you can make them miss their first shot, it's fine. Oh, this is Oasis. This is, I thought this was going to be the beachy area. This is a different kind of Oasis. There's one that's much more jungly. This one will be fine. Oh, lovely. Okay. Strong boy. Yeah, but see, they take more than one hit now. That's disgusting. So elemental resistances are very much so a challenge with this build, because I'm doing almost 100% ice. Where's that little rock? I know there's a stupid boulder ant over here. Yeah, okay. You're gonna die because I'm not gonna let you survive. You don't get away with rolling into me, sir. The big guys will explode. These won't, but there's different types of chunk monks. Kinds that explode when you defeat them and others that don't. Uh-oh. This is good, actually. We'll have a strong boss to defeat, and we can potentially get a bunch of simulacrum fragments from him, so that's good. I didn't mean to proc that bell either. That's my bad. Alright, he's close. I don't know where he's at, though. Oh, that's him? Oh, he's dead. Never mind. He wasn't hard. I said tough boss. I misspoke. We did get a few fragments, so yeah. I love it. Okay, so let's see. This also just dead, and that's fine. We're gonna circle back down, I think, and that way we can work our way up. It's much easier to attack enemies moving up than down because you obviously have all your HUD stuff, so it can block a lot of your field of view. Makes it kind of tough. Wolf Sky Moon, or I don't know if it's Wolf Sky Moon or Wolfski Moon. Incredible top tier player, like for sure. He's allowed me to see some really cool content that I probably wouldn't have seen without his help as early as I did, so it's pretty neat. We've done some endgame content together, it's pretty fun. Okay. Oh, my face! My face! Your chat isn't refreshing. Oh no! It's not refreshing. That's so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why it does that. I'm so sorry if you guys have been chatting. I literally keep looking back and I'm like, okay, you guys are just quiet today. That's fine. But apparently, you guys are chatting and I'm not even paying attention. I'm so sorry. See, that's why he's my broski. Thanks. Oh, it's so annoying. I refreshed it right now. Damn it, Streamlabs. I pay how much a month? No, I'm just kidding. It's like 20 a month. But the point is, the service should work. That's like saying like, oh, I pay for Netflix, but it only works some of the time. Just me, I'm being a creeper. No, that's fine. The creepiness is good. The creepiness is engagement, and engagement, YouTube loves that. Like AI and algorithms love engagement. Trust me, I need the engagement. I'm really trying to grow the streaming part of the community for sure. The problem I have with it is that I just kind of valued it a little bit too late. So I was focused more on like the polished content, not live content. And then I kind of bounced around a bit between the different platforms because at the time you didn't really have the option to multi-stream. It was against terms of service, even though everybody did it. But I'm one of those guys that like, I will not break that. Like I'll break rules all day, but not like things like that. You know, like that's terms of service. Like that's wrong, I think. And I'll never do it knowingly because I'm sure I have. But anyways, that sucks. I'm so sorry that I wasn't paying attention to you guys. But yeah, I really do want to grow my streaming community because honestly, if I could make the majority of my revenue streaming, I would just stream. And I would do a video like, I don't know, once every few weeks or whatever on the other channels. Because that is a largely unforgiving part of my career. Like you spend all the time and then no one even watches it, or the people that watch it just say nasty thing. I'm like, oh. And then YouTube has the audacity to be like, highlight comment. And it's like the most offensive comment out there. I'm like, thank you. So that sucks. But normally like on chat you have just a bunch of support, a bunch of cool people, and I really like that part of it. And as before, I'm pretty shy actually, like, so it was hard for me to adjust and get used to that. But oh my gosh, it's Waggler of Chickens. How you doing, my brother? Evening to you, my friend. Shayla's laughing. It's all good. It's fine. My bad. I'm just over here talking to myself. That's why I normally kind of share what I'm thinking and my thought process. Because if chat's quiet, or if I'm just completely ignoring chat because it's not refreshing, I'm thinking like, okay, well, if I was watching this, I don't want to see some bearded dude in his mom's basement. I'm just kidding. Just sitting here playing, you know, like that's weird. I don't like, that's not content I would like to see. And honestly, I've learned pretty early on that I just want to make content that I would enjoy seeing. So if it's not if it's something that's like boring or it's not engaging, or if we're not like understanding what's going on, or there's not like a goal. I don't know, it's kind of aimless to me. But when you guys are talking, it's so much more fun because it's like co-op. It's like couch co-op the way I see it. Like y'all are playing here with me, which is really fun. And that's some of the stuff I really miss about gaming, like being able to do that couch co-op and stuff. Stellar Amulet 110x, noise. Yeah, I picked up 2 today, but I'm keeping mine because I want to try and make an Astramentis. I'll never be able to afford one. Astramentis would enhance my build like exponentially. Exponentially. If I could get that and Ingenuity, I think, this build would be like perfect. Absolutely. I wouldn't need to level anymore. Good luck. Didn't you say it's like 1 in 1800 or 1 in 1200 or something? It's something stupid. Just like most of the crafting in this game. It's like gambling, and I hate gambling. Like, I hate like chance-based stuff. Is the best way to put it. Oh, I like having some agency and control over something as important as crafting. But yeah, this build's excellent, and this is one that I have not seen. And honestly, to be very honest, I don't go out and seek these things either. If I had Temporalis, I'd be fine too. Oh yeah. Temporalis is too expensive though. I was just looking to see, and I was like, I can't afford Temporalis. I would love Temporalis, Astramentis, and Ingenuity on my build. It would actually be like one of those, this is a good build, all you need is 200 divines. But it would be one of those. But at least it'd be one that I kind of put together. But yeah, I think that we're kind of a ways from that. I'm not well versed enough in the game to build up the XP as much, and I kind of I have a lot of tendencies that make it difficult to do that as well, because I like to hoard everything, I like to save everything, I have one of everything. Like, that's largely like against how you make a lot of currency in this game, how you buy some of the higher tier gear and OP items and stuff. So it's like something I have to just adjust to if I want to really get to that point. Honestly, what I want to do though is just continue doing the challenges and make awesome builds and things like that, and of course lore. But if I could actually, get like, every season a really strong like OP character, I would be happy. It helps me if I'm gonna play to hear all your chats. Indeed. Yeah, I like to at least kind of talk through what I'm doing. That way you guys are like, what the heck is he doing? And if people are newer to it and they might be like hesitant to ask, because there's a lot of like experienced players in this community. So I could see, like, as a viewer, I'd be hesitant to be like, hey, what is that red circle in the bottom left? It's like, it's your health, idiot. Like, I don't think anyone would say that, but I can see how people would be afraid of that. So I like to be like, I'm working on this. I'm doing this area right now. I'm going to do this. So I don't know. I narrate. I think it's helpful for the newer people of the community, honestly. Waggler Chicken says, and thank God, because if not for your constant blabbering, even with the dead chat back when I started watching, I would never know you're such a good dude. Well, you know what's so funny though? Honestly, you say that, but I do constantly blabber, which 100% facts. You say that, but honestly, I think you guys are awesome, because I think it takes a really special person to be like, there's nobody else in chat. Let me talk to this like lonely streamer dude that's just trying to make it. You guys are the ones, in my opinion, it's like, wow, like that's really cool. And honestly, whenever I started experiencing that from Chicken Waggler, and Chicken Waggler's been around for, at this point, years. Off and on, of course, because he's got his own thing, but the whole point is he's always been there, even when I had nobody in chat. So it's just really nice to have people like that just say, hey, I'm going to take the risk and say, be kind of show support, even though there's not a million people talking about random stuff. And that's really cool to me. That then encouraged me to start joining other communities at the time and be like, you know what, I'm going to go and watch someone that has 2 people watching or 1 person, and just like give them that engagement. And you would see that they would really shape up. They'd be playing kind of miserable, And then you'd see someone in chat and they'd be, oh, hey, and then they'd be talking back, and you could see how it really made their experience better. And I'm like, that's really cool. So I say thank you guys, because you guys are awesome for that. I that's not something I would have done without having experienced it myself, because I'm like, I don't know, is it awkward? And I'm kind of shy. You don't think I'm shy, and I've always been in a position where I have to kind of be a leader or whatever, but I largely keep to myself. And I would say, like, outside of streaming and stuff, I'm still very positive, but I have like this, I usually have like a stoic face. And so people that don't know me think like, I'm like, oh, like he's kind of like, he looks angry, or he looks like, you know, upset or whatever. But I'm like, no, I'm just I'm always thinking, you know, I'm always in my thoughts. And so people sometimes think that as like, oh, this he's not very approachable or whatever. But then I'm fine. But once they hear me talk and stuff, but I don't know. I think it's you guys that are really the ones that allow me to. Without you guys, essentially, I wouldn't be able to do this, because I would have lost confidence streaming to myself for as long as I have, where I had only 1 or 2 viewers at a time. It was the 1 or 2 viewers like you guys that were like, you know, talking back and doing that stuff that was really awesome. So you guys are awesome. I really do appreciate you guys. I really, really do. Me too, I never make bets. Shayla's not a gambler. She only plays a sure game. And you know, like, there's this game I really want to play, or I'd like to experience, called Balatro. But it's poker, and I don't even know how to play poker in real life. So Wolf says, I wish I could use the combined mana health orbs that console can use. Mana health orbs. Oh yeah, like the HUD layout. That's kind of cool. I saw it, but it just I fear changed. I completely fear change. So Chicken Wagger, thank you so much for resubscribing, my friend. I really appreciate that. Trying to grow that Twitch community, but man, if it's not freaking web designers, it's just bots. Like, I don't know if Twitch is dead, or I mean, I know for me, for my particular growth is very slow on Twitch, and it always has been, and that's fine. But I don't know. It's like, is Twitch in general like just not as, I don't know, lively? I see that, you know, all the OGs still have their numbers, and I'm like, okay, they're still, you know, having a good viewership or whatever. But I'm like, I don't typically have good viewership on Twitch. But some of the coolest people I've met have been on Twitch. Rope cuffs. I just want the splinters back. But yeah, in either case, you guys are awesome. Well, thank y'all for just being so cool. Speaking of, I should do this one. Dead internet theory. Is it dying? I think once the internet was no longer free, it's just started falling. You know what's so funny, actually? On that note, like, serious note now. So now just about every search engine has like the AI results, right? There are more often, I would say 6 out of 10 times, the information I get is wrong or it's outdated. And it's so funny because even on I look up stuff all the time for games that I'm researching or whatever, and you just will not find accurate results. Or you find YouTube videos that of course aren't going to be accurate because content creators are scum of the earth. Trust me, I am one, I know. So like, the content creators, I don't, but mostly, obviously the whole goal, you have to get viewership, otherwise you don't eat, if that's what your full job is. But there's tasteful ways to do it, and then there's distasteful ways. If you're just getting eyeballs out there and you're spreading misinformation, that to me is unacceptable. But a lot of people do it, and AI pushes those results because they have a lot of engagement and viewership. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So the internet's no longer free, and the information you get needs to be, I don't know, not filtered, but in a way where you need to kind of sift through it and make sure that, yep, this has been, you know, verified. And not by, I'm just saying, like, you need to make sure that when you're looking something up, like, you're not just like, okay, first answer, excellent, AI is cool. Like, you gotta be like, oh, that's not at all what I was looking for. And yeah, that's my dad moment of this stream. It's all bots. I agree. It is all bots. I'd say largely it's bots because it's either the language is weird, so it's like strange language that doesn't really make sense, and then it all gears towards like a purchase or something, or some way for that person or that viewer to make money. And that's why it's all like everyone's web design. It's like, okay. There can't be that much of a saturated web design, oversaturated freaking market for web design. And now you can just use AI to make your thumbnails. Like, I make my own thumbnails, but the images, I can't get good images on PoE, so what I do is I will generate an AI image for the thumbnails for like some of like the challenge ones on this stream. For Path of Exile really is the only time I've done it recently. And that way you can get a nice little image, but you can't get like, other than the ascendancies and some of that like good art. And then if you do, you have to go to like ArtStation, and I always ask for permission from the artists, and they haven't responded yet, so I always wait. Because some of their concept art is fantastic, but I will not use it unless I've been given permission. If it's something like the official art or it's in the game, hell yeah, I'm going to use it because it's in the damn game. So, but yeah, if it's not and it's like, hey, someone made it, I'll respect that for sure. Let's see. The chat's refreshing. Wagler says Twitch is a really particular pace, especially since young people tend to look for faster paced content or just be chat hoppers, and the OGs already have the streamers they like to watch. Yep. They don't exactly. They don't have a reason to look for anybody new. To try and grow your Twitch, you should be very social and try to branch out to smaller streamers and do co-op streams. Yep. Yeah, no doubt. TikTok, man, I've had excellent success in the beginning, and then now I have like no success, and so it's very low effort for me. Like and if I put content on Twitch, TikTok, it's the lowest effort content. It's just clips or something I don't have to do anything on to think about, because it's not been very fruitful for me. It was excellent whenever clips were good enough, and then it stopped, and I never got to get to that like monetization point. And then I dabbled in the live stream stuff, but they were so lame with it because they had all these requirements, and you couldn't use like other streaming software. You had to use their streaming software. I'm like, well, how the hell am I gonna put, like, I don't want to use theirs for what I'm doing because I already have my setup. So I couldn't really synergize it and make it to where like I had both running at the same time, and my laptop just wouldn't take it. So I was like, well, not streaming on TikTok unless you like, honestly, and I should, because people get away with it. I should just stream me, like the camera should be facing me, put it on my phone, camera should be facing me. People just love watching people eat or look at the screen, and I'm like, that's weird, but people like that. Okay, watch me play this game then. You don't have to watch the game footage, just watch me play the game. And people are somehow, that's connecting to people. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. That's so weird to me. I look at it, I'm like, huh? Like, I would never just be like, hey, the camera's in front of me and I'm eating and I'm not even talking to chat, or I don't know. But TikTok is weird, man. Like, it's what I figured the internet would come to. Wagner says, I feel like on TikTok you should especially try to put effort on them, since, let's be honest, everyone has TikTok now. Yeah, it's my, I guess, attitude towards TikTok is just the reason why I haven't put a lot of energy into it. And it's because initially it was low effort and it was easy to get lots of views, lots of engagement. It was good, easy to grow. And then I was like, ugh. And then now everything, just like everything else, if you think of Instagram, it was still images, and then it became videos, then it became lives. Like, that's the same thing, right? Like, so live content is where all the social media platforms eventually go to, right? And I do and should put more effort into it. But I even, like, I got invited to like this network that allows you to get a stream key and all that, and I was like, hey, great. And this was one of the most reputable ones, and they failed to deliver on anything. They would respond every single time, and they'd be like, yeah, we're working on this. They fell through every single time. And so I was really disappointed in that, because I was like, okay, I was like part of a kind of like a multi-channel network on YouTube back then, but it was like for TikTok. And I was like, hey, great, now I can get access to the stream keys and do whatever else. I can then use my software, and next thing you know, like, these guys just aren't delivering on their promise. And that was just really sucky. And I just completely like said, I want out. I want out. So I've been kind of, I don't know, I had just a bad taste in my mouth with that experience. And that was very recent. That was just the end of this year, or end of last year. So Yeah, I agree. Because of the nature of things now, you just need to. There is an aspect or a big chance factor. It doesn't matter how good you are. You have to go viral. You have to do this. You have to do that. Well, you have to do things that like I just wouldn't do. Like my personality is my personality. I'm not gonna go beyond that. I'm not gonna be fake or anything like that. And I'm not gonna show my man teats or anything. So there's a lot of things I'm like, I just don't feel comfortable with that. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. And so yeah, I don't know. My success will always be stifled because of it. And I know this from the beginning. From the very beginning when I started doing content, now 8 years ago, going on 9 years in March, I've always been a purist, you know, and I'm not gonna do clickbait, I'm not gonna do this, and I experiment with all that stuff, of course, because I was like, well, let me see, like, I'll do videos this way, and then I'm gonna do a clickbait one, see what happens. Of course, those perform better, and all this other stuff. But it's like I don't want to be that person that was successful because it did unsavory things. Like I want to do what I enjoy doing, and so my first goal was let me monetize my passion. Did that, so I'm like, cool. Now I just want to get to the point where I can be very comfortable from a financial standpoint, so I can start looking towards the future a little more, you know. And that's really what I want to do. And that's a hard thing to do because algorithms are constantly changing, so you have to appeal to those. And now instead of just a good thumbnail or search engine optimization, what matters most now is appealing to like an emotion. And if you can get an emotion riled up in somebody, they're more likely to click on your video. So you have to say like outlandish things and do things like, and that makes it hard for me because I guess that's not really my style. So there's ways that I incorporate that kind of science, if you will, that tech into what I do, but I certainly don't just be like, today I jumped off this, or it's like, no you didn't, like, and then I'm like, oh, I meant in the game. Like there's so much clickbait stuff, like I'm like, I will not do that. But anyways, my growth will always be slower because of it, and that's why I no longer gauge my growth on the metrics of those numbers. It's like more so like, am I making sufficient amount to take care of my family, do this? Okay, how can I make more so I can comfortably plan for the future and make it to where, like, if I have a bad month, it's not like, oh my gosh, I got to sell my kidney or whatever, what's left of my liver, like those things are I'm just kidding. Those things are like things that I obviously you have to think about, right? So I want to be able to diversify, and yes, if I could have TikTok monetized, would be fantastic. If I could also get my community to grow on Twitch, that'd be amazing. YouTube right now is really the sole source of everything, along with some sponsorships, and that's really the thing. Can I get more consistent sponsorships? Can I get sponsorships on this channel, which I haven't really had yet? I get keys to do game all the time. I get free keys and stuff. It's like I want them to be like, hey, I'll pay you if you play this game. So that's what we're looking for. Cool cuffs. Those are awesome. Russell Handlin, thank you for subscribing. I'm just here for the moves. Exactly. See, like, if I was a moob guy, like, then I'd be making all kinds of money. Rather be a comfortable small streamer than some rage baiting children's attention span abusing. Yep, POS, no doubt. Yeah, because there's tons of those, man. And there was a time when like that was innovative, and I appreciated that for that, the novelty of it. But now it's like everybody's showing their nibbly bits. Let's see, what is this one is better. This is the new one. This is pre-patch. This is post-patch. Sexy. Oh, wow. This could help a lot. 20% movement speed, which is beautiful. And then we have 25 to Thorns crit hit chance. That's big. Okay, we're definitely slotting those in there, but that's huge. I love that. Well, these are post-patch. I mean, pre-patch. I'll get rid of these. We'll sell them. That's so cool. Those are great. The stats really improved on that. Somebody buy these. Buy these now. But yeah, I honestly, and yeah, I don't want my demographic to be a bunch of kids. Like, I know that sounds dumb, but I don't mind if there are kids. Please subscribe if you're a kid. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want it to be just a bunch of little kids. I don't want to be like, what's his name? I don't know, the dude that thinks he's a boxer. They're brothers or whatever, and it's like, yeah, most of your people are like 10, bro. Most of your viewership is like youngsters. I want like people that can formulate sentences and dive into the lore with me in games, or like, you know, not be a 10-year-old kid and it's actually fun I can play with and not feel like I'm a criminal playing a game with a viewer that's not 10, you know? Weirdos. But anyways, stuff like that. This looks like a stone citadel, but this is blue, so it would have to be iron, right? I'm not going here because delirium. I've really been struggling with delirium, honestly. The invincibility that the monsters have on the onset is kicking my butt. Totally butt kicking experience. Chicken says, well, anyway, have a good rest of your stream, brother. It's 1 a.m. I'm going to go and be responsible and not mess up my sleep schedule more. Oh, I know. Take care, brother. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for subbing again, man. I appreciate that. One day, I'll be clickbaity and I'll have a giant Twitch community too. And you'll be like, dude, I remember when this was a good, wholesome channel. Have a good night, brother. I'll catch you again soon. I'm just here for the moves. So like, you know, my DPS gets pretty nasty pretty quick, which is really fun. I like that. So 153 for the Storm and 194 for the Tempest Flurry. It's awesome. And then just the more I attack and the quicker I'm attacking enemies, I build up more rage. And then I can get up to 30 stacks of rage, which then means 30% more damage. So that's massive. Then if I really want to get, if I'm really feeling frisky, as they say, then I just activate my Unbound Avatar. And that gives me even more damage. So if we look at this, for example, now I'm doing 216 damage. I think that might be a personal record. PB, I'm just kidding. So 216 damage just by, you know, all I'm doing is pressing one button. So my rotation is pressing one button and every 30 seconds making sure I charge up my staff. So I have 100% uptime because everything's frozen. So I am invincible. I love this build, and I'm so happy. Like, I don't think I've seen anyone create. How can I get over there? I don't think I've seen. I can't get over it. Who built this? I don't think I've seen anyone play a monk like this. Now I'm sure there are, but my monk is like primarily ranged actually, which is really funny because everyone's like melee is really hard in this game. At least a lot of the people up front say that. Then they, you know, get more knowledge and they're like, oh, well, you can always add a ranged component to any melee build or vice versa, so. But I love this character. I don't think, like I said, I've not seen anyone play it like this, but then again, I'm not scouring YouTube for videos on monk builds either, so. But I mostly just see Invoker Monk and it's like million bajillion damage, and usually it has to do with combination of the bells, or it's not even using a quarterstaff. It's like weird stuff. So I'm like, nah, I like my Storm Wave even though I'm doing 100% ice damage. I like the contradiction there. Because I initially saw that the monk had a lot of elemental stuff, and I was like, you know what, I would like to do a lightning with some ice infusion, and then I ended up being able to, just on a fluke, convert all of the lightning to ice. It's awesome. 1:30 a.m. Wolf says there's a Gemling stat stacker that uses that as the main. Oh, nice. Yeah, that would make sense because if it was, and I bet they have the same gloves I do. They probably have Pillar of the Caged God as the quarterstaff. But that would make sense because it would be so fast and it would be nasty strong too. Like honestly, if I went for stats and then I changed out some of my gear and I just went for attributes, I should say, I think I could probably get even better damage than I have. But I went for more like crit and whatever else because I was like, you know, I was still learning on this particular character. This is my second good character. Like I have a witch as well. That was technically the second one I made, I think. And then I created a warrior that I did on stream, which was decent. But I want some end game. I should not have deleted my Titan, by the way, but it's irrelevant. I do want to go back and revisit. I want to have at least a... My witch needs to come to end game, but more importantly, my ranger. I want to make the ranger end tier viable, so I need to get her there. Biggest order of business though is, of course, after getting the level 95, if I can actually get to it, and one day the coveted 100, then I would like to get my... all in between this time, of course, my merc needs to be viable as well, because I'm not... my clear is real slow and he's real squishy and not enjoying that too much. But it'd be monk, then merc, because they're already there, and then the ranger coming over to endgame, and then of course my witch. She's in, I think, Cruel Act 3, but I haven't played her in weeks, and she would probably require some updates now that I have more knowledge of witch stuff, witchy things. Elite Greyhound. But yeah, this is a fun build. So apparently there's a gemling stat stacker that has this storm wave kind of thing as the main type. That's sick. That's cool. Great minds think alike. But I didn't go the stat stacking route, which is really interesting. Now the stats, or any stacked stats, only amplify this build. They only make it stronger. So yeah, I can see how that could have tons of potential. That's actually really cool. And it's funny that I see a lot of gemling with quarterstaffs, and I'm assuming it's because the Pillar of the Caged God, but I don't know why the gemling part is necessary, because a lot of the stat stacking stuff you can just do with your gear. So I'm curious. That's something that I don't quite know or whatever. But alright, whatevs. Good enough. Honestly, I'm just trying to, if I can, accumulate XP and then get to and clear paths to citadels. And as I mentioned earlier, I actually lost failed my very first citadel today. It was the Copper Citadel, and it was Delirium, and I went and activated the Delirium, and I was stuck in the freaking bridge. I got stun locked to death, and I lost my very first one. It was a Copper Citadel too, which is pretty costly. I've done probably like 20 citadels, and that was my very first to ever fail. So that was really, really unfortunate. And even the night before I had done one, I did a citadel that was the iron kind, so Act 1, and it was so glitchy, like the game was pausing every few seconds, pretty much anytime I attacked. And I still beat the Act 1 boss that way. But I could not beat a freaking Delirium, you know, Dragonfly mating season session. It was bad. It was quite bad. Wolf says ascendancy for the gemling allows you to use 2 times of each support gem. Yeah, so I know that part, but I guess you could double. Well, I don't even know, like, because I knew that's the benefit of gemling, and a lot of people like gemling for that reason, because you can double up on those supports. But I was just wondering, like, how does that help from the stat stacking perspective? That's what I don't see the connection to. Time capsule. It goes well. It goes well because I'm taking a little break from the Thorns only challenge run for now. We're just trying to get to, if we can, my goal before the end of the early access season would be to get this character to level 100. I don't even know how possible or viable that is, but damn it, I think it is. And I would like to give it a good college try. Let's see, this one, ooh, is better. Not much, though. Actually, not better. It's only better by a little bit. That's fine. I'll take it. That means this one's probably pre-patch. Oh, that's just a booty one. That's fine. We'll go ahead and get rid of those. Now, the reason for the price being 300 is because I had a waystone in there, so I want to drop this down. And just take it. Just take it all, guys. If not, I'm going to break it down. take it. Wolf says, there aren't many classes, or every class can be everything. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. That's a thing that I also kind of get. Like, my previous knowledge of games, I try and apply it on here. But yeah, technically, 100% correct. Any character can eventually be... It's just literally the starting point of where your attributes are going to start out in your passive tree. But other than that, there is no class, essentially. Very, very true. And that's coming from a PoE vet. Obviously, I'm much newer to it. So yeah, I am going to say those things up. But that's right, though. I should definitely make sure I'm keeping it real. There are no classes. The only thing is, I wondered, in PoE 1, can you change your ascendancy? Because I feel like there should be a very expensive item that you can change your ascendancy like once or something, you know? I would like that, because sometimes you make that decision and you're like, well, that's permanent. That sucks. I have to spend another 50 hours on this, you know, to do this again. When you suck at the game. And then as you get better, it's like, oh, it's just 3 hours, you know, but initially I was like, damn it. What if I wanted to reset this? They gave you 24 character slots, so you can essentially be every type of character and with both ascendancies. But they're probably going to have more ascendancies. I heard there's rumors that there's going to be 3 ascendancies for each character, I should say, instead of each class. But even so, I guess like technically, like the ascendancies are going to be, if anything, your subclass, right? But not even. I don't know. You can even choose whatever weapons you want to, so that kind of a moot point. All your classes give you a starting point. Exactly. Your class gives you a starting point, but it does determine the potential ascendancies, though, right? Because like a witch a witch could never be an invoker. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing. I don't like that initial invincibility, and I've been very hesitant now approaching those mirrors because honestly, it's been really challenging for me, and I lost my first citadel to them, so that now I'm like really hesitant and maybe too much now, too cautious, because that caution can actually and hesitation can cost you, honestly. And for this character, like whenever the delirium mirror is like immediately upon your entry of the level, it sucks because I'm a little squishy. I don't have my charge staff yet, so my DPS isn't there. I don't have my Grim Feast active, so my energy shield's a little lower. So those are definitely things that I'm like, damn it, I hate when they have it immediately from the get-go. Wolf says, I tried PoE 1, it was too over. Oh, really? You never really got into it. And the PoE 2 is insane, though. I'm so glad that it's taken off as well as it has. I thought you were a PoE vet. You probably just are familiar with these types of games, right? Like Diablo type games. This is just very unique to me. It's very cool. It's very much like Diablo, but I think the gameplay is far superior. And I've only played Diablo 3, so it's hard for me to make a blanket claim that this is better than all the Diablos, because apparently there's two remastered, of course, and 4, all of which I haven't tried, but they did look really fun. Having played 3, I was like interested in them, but at the time I was just focusing on other content. So, but I just randomly saw this and I was like, this looks cool, and I just happened to try it out, and it was awesome. My buddies got it for me, actually, and then because I just mentioned like, hey, this could be a game we could play, and then I was like, holy goodness, this is great. I didn't realize how I was going to be hooked on it. But I got hooked. So Wolf says, I started with Diablo 1, played Diablo 2. Oh, that's right, you said that. Didn't you say day 1 Diablo, right? If I'm not mistaken. I remember now. My memories of Diablo 2 are amazing. If I tried to play it now, it'd be garbage. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, you know, that's why I purposely, after I played Bloodborne and beat it, I did not play it again for years because I was like, I didn't want to ruin that perfect memory I had of it. And I went ahead and revisited it, and I was like, damn, it's still good. So fortunately, it's still a great game, but I definitely did have a lot of hesitation for it. And that's also why I didn't play Sekiro, because I was like, Sekiro is going to probably be better than Bloodborne, and like that'll ruin my whole like foundation. So yeah, it's funny. I'm very similar in that regard. I'm like, just keep it pure. Keep it pure. Ow. Man, when I'm chatting, I am not paying attention to the mapping at all. I'm just running around like an idiot. Love it. Oh gosh, go away. Not at all. I usually go clockwise. I go and I find a way to start circling around. But yeah, not this time. Sometimes the games live up to the memories though, which is so nice. Sometimes the games age so well, despite all the different advancements, things, and all the things, it's all the technology, if you will. Man, sometimes some of the games that we played are the best back then. Like, so even something as, I mean, now it'd be considered retro. The original Xbox, Ninja Gaiden Black, is probably one of my favorite games of all time. That game's phenomenal. Even graphically, it still contends with some of the games that are out now. It's just insane. One of the best games I've ever played in my life. Then they ended up shadow dropping or shadow announcing like the Ninja Gaiden Black 2, which was kind of interesting. I haven't tried it yet, obviously, because I've been enthralled with this game, but I still do want to give it a shot at some point. That was one of my earlier challenge runs too. One of my first. Wooden sword only. These little guys. Okay. Ow. Thunder? Okay. 7 monsters, not good enough. Whatever wall I find first is the wall I follow. Yeah. I do like to go, if I can, clockwise. Like, go from start left and then circle all the way around to the right. But I don't mind. Okay, is this a good one? Ooh. Oh, nice. This is good. I like this for my... I need to try out all these. I like this for my Merc. This is actually what I'm most excited about. That's got a little... Okay, alright, alright. I like it. Okay, cool. That's exciting. My account level on League of Legends is 749. That's insane. I don't know. Like, I've not played League of Legends before. But I'm sure that's like top tier stuff. I can only imagine. Wait, is what? Why is the Citadel so weird? That is so weird. I'm gonna go, okay, I am gonna go here then, I guess, and then go here and then tag this so I can see what the hell I'm looking at. Yes, science. We're gonna use strategy. The ravine is pretty fun. Like, Delirium in ravine is good. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the area where it's like Trial of Chaos related. If this is the area, it's fun. Yeah, this is great. But this is bad for like Breach sometimes because the circle, the way the circle expands and all that. So certain maps definitely favor certain League mechanics. And I do like ravine. I like Delirium on this type of map. On Sand Spit is so much fun. It's... Well, I don't know what these shrines... I wish the shrines said what they did. Like, I don't know what this is doing. Like, all I do is I just look and I see, like, is my damage increased? Looks like it has. Ow. I don't know. I don't know what it did, but... those guys are the most satisfying to destroy. The little groups of robots. My gosh. Look at this. Ugh. So good. Too good. Alright, so that should be like 1,000,000 damage, 208. Yeah, I mean, that's good. But this is fun because I can just, this build is like, these maps are perfect for my build. It just, I can just run and then press triangle and then everything dies. And then every once in a while, we have to make sure we charge our staff so we have 100% charge uptime, which is another thing I'm proud of. But it's fun. It was so much fun figuring this out. And if it's, oh man, single target up close, we can switch to our Bell and Tempest Flurry and go crazy. And the best thing is that I added rage to it. So like the more I'm attacking, the quicker I'm attacking, I'm just adding more damage. Up to 30%. So it's really awesome. It does drop off, like rage drops off pretty quickly, but when you're in a map like this, you're gonna be hitting something all the time, so. This is just a great map, like this is a fun map to run. Now this is terrible for like ritual and stuff, it's really cramped. It's really scary in my opinion to do ritual and stuff here, but this is just a fun build. I really love it. I just wish my Merc could play similarly. Like this, the clear time is just ridiculously slow. You know what would be really cool in the main game as well is that it would be really nice to have the means to like you can change and whoa my I'm dead. I cannot believe it. We lost whatever experience we probably gained the entire freaking stream. That's a decade's worth of games. 749 levels. I can only imagine. No! We're at 21%. Now we're at 11%. No. No. Poor K. Son of a mother. Son of a mother. Oh, I'm pissed. That's okay. 21 back to 11. Like, oh my gosh. We were doing so good. Which one's better? We were doing so good, damn it. And I love that map, by the way. It wasn't the map, it was me. 1097 988 1097. Alright, so that's good. Let's see, are these the scrubbed versions? That's actually pretty good. 7 10 10 1068. I can't believe I just freaking died there. I was almost done too. No one's buying stuff. I'm gonna have to just break these down eventually. A decade's worth of League of Legends. 749. That's insane. That's good though. That's cool. I wish I would stick with a game like that. And that's why it's like this will be the game I stick with since I was literally a day after launch. So I did miss some of the, you know, watch a streamer and get a drop kind of thing, which sucks because I would have enjoyed that, but can't believe it. Lost all the XP. But it's fine. Like I wanted the Hands of Zesh like really, really bad. I didn't even know that was something you could obtain. I didn't know what that meant. And I wasn't like, I didn't know anything about Path of Exile until the 11th. And then I bought it on the 12th and I've been playing ever since. I died. I was at level, I was at 21%. So now we gotta be careful. Because if I die again, we're back to 1% and that means we're going backwards. So an hour and 39 minutes in, I think we started, I think we're like at 3%, I don't know. Let's not die again. Patches of shocked ground, lovely. These I don't mind much, as long as I kill everything before it hits me. It's my strategy. If I hit things before they hit me, I think I'll be okay. That's what we go by. Splinters! I can't believe I died. I was at 21%. 1/5 of the way there. I desperately just, now it's in my head that I have to get that level. I have to get to level 95 now. And that makes me even want, I definitely want to get to 100 before the end of this season. I don't even know it's possible. Like, I don't know how rare that is. I'm not like a ladder person or whatever. I have no clue. I'm scared now. I'm really scared. Okay, thank you. Y'all have me scared. But I got stunned to death. Like, that's the only way I die. When I get stun locked. Or when I'm playing with Wolf. I always die when I'm playing with Wolf. But that's a whole nother story. But I get stun locked, and I have stun. Like, I don't know. Should I have 2 stun charms then? Since I am like good on my resistances, do I go with double stun charm? I feel like I get stunned every freaking like that. That was to me a stun lock. You get hit, and then it's like, oh, and your character can't move. I can't even roll out of it or anything. And then when I panic, like, so I can't roll out. So then I try doing my Tempest Flurry. But if my charge staff isn't equipped or anything, then it's not going to do anything. So yeah, I don't know. That's how I die. That is what my death animation looks like 95% of the time, if I die. It's like stun locking. Whoa! I'm so scared now. Don't be scared. Fight. Nice, nice, nice. So I don't know why, but the other night I was having maps that were just certain maps in particular that were just completely like stuttering and lagging like crazy. It was just very odd. Picking this up, because why not? I love killing those guys. So satisfying. That was scary. I got so scared. I thought I was gonna lose it all. All that for us to do that again, and I wonder how much XP we got back. I guarantee I would bet money we're not at 12% yet. Oh, we're at 12%. See, that's why I don't bet money. I'm not a betting man for that reason. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't want to destroy that. Easy. Alright, so I'm going to double up on the stun charm. This one's kind of scrubbish, though. Can you enhance these? I can't, they can't regal these, right? Okay. What are the words? Use when becomes stun. Yes. Recover 38 mana. Oh my. 32% chance. Holy. What about these? Okay, so we're going to go back to our charms. 55% increased charges gained. On what, though? It doesn't say I can gain them by killing stuff, so. Okay. I'm going double stun charm, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of getting stun locked like that. I don't think it'll work, but I'm going to try. Stun, stun. Refill at the well. Okay. Boop. Done. Is it working? I'm going to refresh chat because now I'm terrified. I'm this paranoid. Today is one of those paranoid days. Okay, that's the Citadel. That's this thing. Honestly, we'll just throw whatever in here. I just didn't want to clear out the tower so we can get a better view of what's going on. Another thing I want to show you guys is that depending on where you're at in the map, like on the actual map nodes, I'll show you guys 1 second. Oh, that area sucks. Okay, hold on. Why do they have enemies right there? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See how easy it is? Now we're back to level 92. 1%, baby. Let's go. Now 2%, right? Because we lost 20% in like 2 maps. Oh my gosh, what a freaking day. I lost. Yep, we're at 2%. So all that progress that we had is gone. But anyways, that was stupid. That was I was gonna say I don't like the placement there because you like have this little save area and then immediately there's a funnel and they're throwing their projectiles and doing whatever else. You know what's so funny though? I think that what killed me is that thing froze me. I could be wrong, but look at this. It is nasty in here. Like that was all at the entrance. What is this enemy density? Like, what the heck? That is nuts. Not bad, but I'm just saying, what? Oh, I'm about to die again. Now I'm scared. And when I play like this, it's more likely to make mistakes. So many frackin' monsters, man. No! Again? Wow, this is great. I can't clear out a shrine. Love it. Love it. That was crazy. Now we're at 0%. Sweet. So the path to 100. Can I do it, really? We lost every single bit of experience this entire playthrough. And then some. That was nuts. Y'all saw how many enemies there were though. That's cool. I didn't mind that. Just like right at that little area and they can shoot their projectiles like that. If I would have got hit, I would have died. I think they have extra projectiles too. Somebody has extra projectiles up there. Absolutely no. Oh my gosh, he revived his little minions. Right before he died, of course. Yikes. Okay, we're gonna circle around this way because now I'm terrified. Ow! I was scratching my arm. Never mind, they gave me a good angle. Look at all these enemies! Oh my gosh! What is this? Are they this packed up now? Like, I don't remember them ever being this packed. Usually you just kill a rare or two and there's like a few packs and then that's it. They beefed the shrines up or something. I haven't done a shrine in a while actually. Because I unlocked all the layouts, so I was like, I was just avoiding them for the most part. Jeez, man. Restore that which is lost. Give me back my XP. I lost my XP. I literally lost every single bit of XP. And just because we died in such rapid succession. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, considering the sessions that I've had, I'm really hesitant to do the Citadel, so... Sinking Spire, ugh. Poison on hit, that's fine. The Sinking Spire, honestly, isn't really that fun. The layout is kind of the same as when you go into Ketsuli and under the actual ziggurat itself. It's just a bunch of triangles. It's like multiple levels though, which it's okay. I mean, it's definitely my least favorite. The original is the original design that was no longer really present, but the re-up design with the Deshar Spires kind of layout, I don't like. And this one was in a close second to what I don't really enjoy. I'm like, it's all right. Very I just look for those freaking stairs most time, even at the expense of not killing everything. No, it doesn't. Never ends, monk. And then this one's always going to be in the center somewhere, so I just kind of go towards this first wall and then I just hug it. And that's it. So that's how you quickly get through it, but man, I don't even care. Waste of a waystone, it's okay though. I just really want to see, I want to get better visibility of the surrounding area and see if we can maybe trigger some more citadels to spawn. You want to buy my inscribed ultimatum? Go ahead. This is one of those chill streams. Come on down, buddy. If you... Did I invite you? There you go. I'm gonna give him like extras. Let's see. 80 and 10. Okay. You get bonuses. Where are you, kid? You come to me. You came to my... You interrupted my session. Four, I guess. Chat is weird too. Like, I'm gonna just whisper him just to make sure it actually goes to him. Normally it doesn't do that, but lately it's been acting really funny. I have more, I think. 5, 6, 7. I have 8. Stop it! It's so hard to chat. 8. Are you coming, Freezy, Wheezy, bro? Clean up. All this chat. Are you gonna buy it or not, kid? Okay, come here. Cool. Come over. Warp to me. I have a bunch, but it does. I don't care. I just want to get this out of the way so I can sulk. No, I just want to look at the map, honestly. Freezy Wheezy, yeah, the kid. Take them. I was starting to delete them. Oh. Yeah, you're good. Okay. You're welcome, man. Get out of here. Get out of my sight. Okay, so we have that. The question or the issue that I was trying to make. Oh, redemption. There's a copper citadel too. Sexy. Okay, I need that. That means we got a route over here then. I needed these. I just lost my very first citadel today. And it was up here. But anyways, as I was stating, right? So like if I go back and I go to my, you know, the starting point, I've cleared much of this up here. And actually there's 3 citadels in order. Oh, iron, copper, and stone. But I cannot access that. I don't know how else to do this. Like there's no way to like access anything. But if I have to like go into like these maps here. So for example, I'd have to activate this. So I don't know why it does that. I have a feeling it's just because like for space or whatever, right? But, well, Riverside, the one that killed us last time, good. So like if I'm here now, if I open up the map, now you see how this entire area opened up? Hold on. This entire area opened up now? It's almost unrecognizable, right? Because like I'm here. This has now opened up. So there's the one. Where's the other citadel? 2, and 3. And it says I've not failed any of them except the Citadel, the Copper Citadel down where I was currently at. But it's odd because like, how come these aren't loaded in? They're only loaded in if I pick a node that's like right around here, which is really stupid because like, if I run out of nodes near here, what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to reactivate some of these areas up here? That's pretty concerning to me, honestly, but I don't know if it's because I've kind of expanded out so much, but there are players that I guarantee have maps that are probably triple the size of what I have, because I'm not very good at maps, honestly. So like now it's like, oh, I can't even go down to the other side. So it loaded in, which it never does that. It actually loaded in this other part. It never does that. You can tell it's kind of struggling too, but so let's see. There should be an iron or copper citadel around here somewhere. Wow, this is so unrecognizable actually. Hold on. This could be the one I failed today, technically. No, that's iron, so I never failed an iron. It could have been this one. This is the copper one I failed. Okay, yes. So now if we go down, we should see the blue. Yep, and then we have these. Okay. It normally does not do that. So it does not load in the areas. You can sit and hover, or you can zoom in and you will not find it. So like if I go back to my area again, sometimes you see that weird glitch, it just does that. So I just want to kind of showcase like the weirdness. But you just exit and go back. And now you can find this is where I'm at. But this whole area was just a triangle, right? And you couldn't see any of these lands here. This is my very first citadel, and it was awesome because it was in order. It was like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 was perfect. And actually, the funny thing is beforehand, it actually showed that they were passes, like they were not red. But for some reason, even if you kill all the monsters, so 0 monsters on the map, it just shows a fail. And I don't know why. But anyways, very, very strange. I don't know why that is. I would like to be able to understand why it shows fails, and also I'd like to know how to to troubleshoot or fail safe, like, hey, I want to get back up on this side of the map, like how do I venture this way without losing all my progress? So essentially what I could do is just not ever clear that map like the one I just did, and that would be a way to, like, as a fail safe, I suppose. What the balls, I didn't mean to actually go into it. I am so I can't believe we actually lost all of our XP. Sadness. No, okay, go back, because we're not going to mess with this. This will be my little safe one then if I ever have to come back. Riverside. Okay, love it. But let's go back to the map device. We just burned a 15 for showing purposes. It was for science, really. But if we go back down, this is the starting hub, of course. Then, ooh, see, it's not loaded up again. Like, these aren't loaded up, because I should be able to get, okay, ooh, it is. It is loaded up. You know, it's really nasty to see that the nodes show as failed. Like, I bet, and not that I care about achievements or anything, but I bet there's like, clear however many citadels, and these are going to show up as failures. This is the only one I failed, ever. I died before I even got to like the first bridge. Here, I've cleared every single one of these. I don't know why that is. That's so weird. Okay, well that's a citadel there. That's great. What is this? Seepage. I love seepage. Seepage, augury, sand spit, even ravine, even though I died a few times on it. Grimhaven is okay, but penitentiary is fantastic. Penitentiary is one of my favorite, and you end up fighting the executioner again, which is really cool. A great way to be able to fight him again. Okay, so here's Hive. Hive's cool, but it does suck because I just don't like delirium. I keep dying in delirium. So we can go here and open these up, I guess, right? Or I could go this way. Okay, creek. Ugh, I don't think I like creek. Trying to figure out the best way to clear this. We'll go creek, damn it. Corrupted, what do we got here? Shocked ground, monster dance. So no, that's kind of scary. That's actually not bad for like if I'm trying to do a citadel. Yeah, you go in there. I like this one. Don't really like that one that much. I lost all my XP. We're less than 1%. My goodness. I would say we failed, but it's okay. We'll just have to bounce back from it. Oh, I do like Creek. There's an area that's like a wooded area. It's not like a cool, creepy wooded area. It's kind of like this color, and it's like fall. I hate that one because there's just all these hills and you can't really tell what you can cross or can't cross. It sucks. Ow, somebody hit me. I actually felt that one. Haptic feedback is too good. Now I'm scared. Like, I'm playing really scared now. I don't like it. Gotta be brave. I'm sick. I lost that XP. I've died at level 92 so much that I've been at this point before. I was just hoping that from this stream onward I'd be more careful about it, but no, we still died. We died 3 times in rapid succession. I really just want to get to level 100. 95 would be like my biggest, like my most immediate goal, but I would love for this character to get to 100 because this is such a cool character. Where are all the rares? There's one. Wait, what? I'm grabbing all the wrong things. Are you not gonna die? What are the, oh, okay. I was like, what monster is that? It's like a porcupine, but not porcupine crab. But different. I'm still playing a little cautious. I can feel it. Ooh, this is the best shrine ever. Increases your DPS like crazy. Probably a little narrow pathway over there. We'll check it out later though. Spirit Gem. Those are a little harder to find. Okay. I wish we could have a way to actually activate this anyways. This skill is pretty awesome. Or like this Gloom Shrines buff. So good. Hold on one sec. I picked up all these random things. Bearer of Penance. What is this? Blasphemous? 36 monsters. I love his little laugh, it's so funny. My precursor tablet, let's see. I think I might have one. Oops. Well, that's actually really good. It's got an innate spirit. That's like 60 spirit just for that. Wow. Could crunk that up a little bit, right? That's not bad. If you went for like max spirit, that's interesting. It's not even anything too special, but I mean, maybe for my witch or something, who knows? See, I had one that's like +5 melee and all the great stuff, but the physical damage was like non-existent. So it ended up being very lackluster. He's just sitting here in my little hideout. I like it. Ooh, flash charges gained per second. Very nice. That's not bad at all, but it's fine. Stun threshold, doesn't matter. Okay. He's just chilling in my little area. You're weird, man. I like it. I got this from my Thorns guy, so we'll hopefully be revisiting that here pretty soon. So Creek isn't the one I don't like. Okay, Creek's not bad. Where am I? Steaming Springs. Oh, that one's not bad either. What is this? Abyss. Abyss is fun. I don't want to do ritual. I don't want to waste it, so I'd rather go here. And these need to be juiced up a little bit. I can't just be running these all scrub-like. Crafting. Okay, so one citadel's freed up. We know where two others are, which is great. We'll go here. Let's see. No burning ground. Shocked ground and that's kind of rather get rid of it now. Because you get shocked ground, which means you're going to be at 20% more damage. Then they deal more lightning damage. Like, well, probably not the best, but gotta hit them before they hit me. Spiders? No spiders? No spiders. Birds. Ugh, and we got the Val. These guys that throw all those freaking things. Val are the worst. Like, they're so annoying to me. Especially the spear guys and the G-Lit sorcerers and all those guys. The worst. Quarterstaff. Ow. Uh-oh. Easy killer. No! These guys The thing is, they stun you with those little things. Now, ideally, I should have some stun resistance with those charms, but I don't know. I don't know if that's what is considered a stun. It certainly feels like it, because I'm like locked up and I feel like I can't move or evade or do anything. Feels like a stun to me. Now. Also a kind of strange path I took on this one. Strange mapping I just did. That's fine though. This one's a little tricky. This one reminds me of, oh man, I think it's called like, not Forge, because that one's the Val area, but there's one that's similar. Fortress. No, Fortress is the one that's kind of like grayish. An area where you fight Zalmaroth typically and maps, and it's pretty fun. I love that area. But you find yourself going in circles a few times. Hello. Helium. We got some helium, kids. Now the real party begins. Nice. Boop. I like just being able to boop them on the nose. Boop the snoots. Very nice. Whoa! Spiders. It's a big boy. Healthy boy. $50. Oh, nice. Nice health. Very nice. Oh, I was like, where's Rib Rattle? Where did Rib Rattle go? I have to go this way. That's weird how they had it set up like that. Actually separating half the map. What's golden up here? I thought I saw something golden. Ow. These darn zealots. Did not want the charm. Fizz damage. See, I can't find a good one anymore. And then if I try and craft them, they typically are very, very underwhelming. A lot more shocked ground over here. Love it. Lost all my overshield in one fell swoop. Oh my gosh, yeah. The beetles can be quite annoying. Also just connect the dots, right? Very nice. Advanced aged cuffs. Oh, he's just sitting there. Okay, that scared me. Sometimes they die, but their little model stays there and just walk in place. I love that. Thing of beauty. Boop the snoot. How many monsters are there? Heavy crown. Let's go kill this guy real quick. Hello, brother. You're dead, little demon. And that was it. Okay. Not worth searching for 6 monsters, but I'll take it. I need to drink more water. Gosh. If only there was beer flavored water. Alright.
Yes. Speak.
Tell me to speak. The Abyss is fun. It's a pretty fun area. Okay, so we just cleared this one. Slick is so fun. Slick is my favorite map. This is good. Slick and Seepage. I found a good area. It's kind of disorienting now, so I don't know quite where it's at anymore. I do believe it's here. So I have Bluff, which is my favorite. At least tower. I had Sandspit, but I cleared it because I was just, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. And then there's a good one over here. Slick. Yeah, so I can just kind of farm these up repeatedly. Sandspit, you know, you can find just about anywhere, so I was like, it's fine, it's close enough. So I was like, yes, that's my favorite those are my favorite maps, I would say. Different types of maps. So we're gonna go to Slick is so much fun. Okay, let's make sure we're good. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Actually, dang it. I should have saved that for Citadel because it's 200 plus Waystone drop rate. So, but it's also not very difficult. Those modifiers weren't very hard to combat against. I spawned right on the border of the map. It happens. You're just like right there. Like, what do I do now? I love this. This is one of those areas just like Sandspit or just like Ravine where you can just kind of keep running. Now the thing is, this is a little more labyrinthian, so it is a little easy to get caught. You know, like, oh man, I got caught in a little tucked in a corner and I can't keep getting my crazy DPS going because the more I hit, the stronger I get. So up to 30 separate strikes, we get that rage, and it's 30% increased damage on top of all the nasty numbers we're already dealing. So let's see, we're gonna follow this wall here. And I do have some fun skills just in case, like if I just want to go crazy with it, we can always use the Flicker Strike, which is fun. New on PoE, played the one briefly. Yeah, I've never played one. I'm actually new to it as well. I just but I enjoyed it quite a bit. And when I ever latch on to anything or get hooked, I just try and learn everything possible and just kind of absorb it. Osmosis style. But no, it's absolutely love the game though. It's so good. Really enjoy it. I can't believe that the early access has this much quality. I mean, it's just really shocking. It's quite shocking how good it is. But yeah, I'm new as well. I'm new to the series as well. What character or what are you running right now? It's funny because we just had a conversation. It's not really a class, kind of, but not really, because any character can be any class essentially. The only thing that a character dictates is the ascendancy or the subclass. So I guess in that sense, there's a kind of umbrella class, but very good. Not mean to slam that. I made them all. Yeah, almost have one of each. I don't have a sorcerer or sorceress. I wasn't really interested in the sorceress. Initially, I wasn't interested in the ranger either, but ended up making... I've played everything but the sorceress, essentially. I will end up creating one, of course. And I'll end up taking everybody to endgame too, at least one of each. But for now, I just have the monk and merc in endgame, and the monk was just the first character I created, so it was really actually poorly put together. But it was one that I was able to still get through most of the content like skillfully, but not not based off knowledge at all. So it was a very rough going. But it was my first character. The monk ended up being like I think my third character. Well, technically I did a Titan playthrough, and then I made a witch, and then the monk was the fourth character. But other than doing the playthrough with the Titan on stream, I didn't play him off stream much at all, and I ended up deleting that character, which was kind of silly because I was like, man, I could have just respected him. But the witch I haven't touched in a while, but she's an infernalist. She's pretty good as well. Need to get her to endgame. But honestly, my favorite characters so far are the monk, the merc, and the ranger. Thank you so much for subscribing, Legion. Appreciate you. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Full-time content creator going like 4 years strong now. Super exciting. So all that support goes a long way because this damn algorithm, I tell you. But no, it means a lot. So thank you so much for the support. Much, much love. But yeah, the monk is my favorite. Like I think every season I will probably restart a monk because there's no way I'm not going to have something this awesome all the time. This character is insane. And obviously, you know, as the mechanics change and things balance out and stuff, it's going to be way different. I get that, but I'll probably keep this character I'm just so, since I'm new to the genre, I'm used to investing in, you know, all the time into your characters and you keep them. But now, in this kind of game, it's like the season starts and they kind of just get relegated to like this permanent realm where they're not really in the current content, which is really strange for me, but definitely a new concept for me to kind of grasp, because I didn't even play like the Diablo as much. I played Diablo 3 a little bit, but I didn't play it, you know, competitively or seriously or anything like that. So thank you so much for subscribing. That was awesome. Gotta support. 4 years strong. Going 4 years strong, and it was full time. Been making content for 8 years. He died. He died before I could do anything. Usually I save that for like bosses. I never use the bell unless I'm actually fighting a unique boss. But it's fun to pull the bell out occasionally. Also, I try and do like a pseudo headhunter with the beheaded skill. It's always fun. I use that in Flicker Strike, so sometimes you can have some fun with it. Nice, nice. They're all dead. Except 9. But those 9 will live to tell the tale. Not to mess with the Inhuman one, damn it. Those 2. Random guy. It's a gotcha game. It keeps the economy fresh when everybody starts with no. Yeah, true. Because otherwise it'd be impossible. Thorns build was looking good, but man, I got so frustrated yesterday, random guy. I literally, like, I got so upset. And it was just, I don't know. I guess I just came in with just kind of, I wasn't necessarily mentally prepared to do the challenge run, and it was a much later stream like today. My schedule's been off because my wife has been off for the, you know, for our anniversary and stuff. So we took some time off, and so my schedule's been kind of adjusting just for her time off. And I just wasn't really up to the mental challenge, and man, I just lost it. I like was so pissed, and I was like, you know what? I need to take a break from that. So today I was like, I'm not gonna do that run. I'm gonna do something different, something that's fun. I'm gonna level my monk. And guess what? I was at 20% in level 92 progression, and I died 3 times in a row. And now I'm at 0%. So, oh, this is great. 11 increased global fizz damage. That is massive. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. We'll have to craft that one up later. But anyways, I lost my stuff, man. I was so pissed. And so I ended up giving in, and I used the let me actually show you guys. I used this unique mask. Where is it? I think I have 2. Maybe not. I use the Radiant Grief, and I allowed it to completely just melt and ignite Eektab for like 20 minutes. So I did end up removing the magma barrier just because I felt like it was kind of cheap for that fight, because I'm already using a non-retaliatory damage. But I felt like it was cheap. I felt like that broke the run and kind of removed the whole Thorns only thing to more of like a passive only, you know. So I don't really feel like it's Thorns only anymore, but I am going to make sure that all the act bosses are defeated with Thorns only, and that I defeat the Trial of Chaos Thorns only as well. So that way I will have beaten all the bosses only Thorns, and I've already completed the Trial of the Secondless and Act 1. So I was like, okay, at least I can still say those are Thorns only, but unfortunately it's not become a Thorns only run anymore because that Radiant Grief, it became like a passive or like a non-strike kind of, you know, playthrough. I was like, dang it, like that was a little frustrating. It's unfortunate that it had to turn to that. I'm just gonna waste this one because I don't care. Oh no, that's seepage, my bad. Seepage is, that's okay, whatever. When you try to make some gear, it's a gotcha experience. Dude, it's totally gambling. It's 100% loot based. Random guesses, yeah, all good. Challenge like that can be taxing without some sort of gear. Yeah, I was so pissed, dude. I was so pissed. And normally, like, I do challenge runs all the time, and I do them on Souls likes that are already kind of like broken, right? And so, but I just wasn't in the mood, and I think that it was just my negative mood coming into it, and I was like, oh, that was gross of me, you know, like I hate losing my shit. It's just not very appealing. But yeah, I was like, ugh, I was not very proud of that. But I was like, whatever. I didn't like go crazy, but I was just mad. I was like, ugh. You could tell I was visibly annoyed, and I don't like that. I let my emotions get the better of me, and then the experience was no longer fun. I was like, I'm not having fun with this right now. And I felt really upset because I was like, dang it, I had to resort to using the Radiant Grief, which is not necessarily in my parameters at all because it's not retaliatory. So I was like, gross. It was just a gross stream. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a mental break from that one, like this session here, for example. Do something fun. And I'm going to try and get my monk to level 100. Obviously not in this one single stream, but my goal will be to get one character to level 100 before early access ends. And ideally it'd be before this particular season ends. That'd be really nice. But I was thinking about that, and I was like, all right. So I started off and we're like doing good. We got to 20% experience. And I died 3 times in a row, and now we're back to 0. So I was like, the whole hour and a half was for nothing. Such is end game PoE, I suppose. Need more passive point investments? I do. I certainly need more passive points for the Thorns guy to deal more damage. I honestly think if I could somehow find a way, but I don't want to like loophole it, but if I could find a way to get my ascendancy points, I could get the nodes to increase the for the Titan and get that 50% passive node increase, which would be delicious on the Thorns damage. But even the boss that I was fighting, I was facing off with Tor Ghul, and I was just having a hell of a time with him too, like just surviving. And it wasn't like, it's not like, oh, I can deal the damage to him, but I'm not gaining flasks anymore because of the anointment we did. So I was like, well, dang it. So my flasks, once they're done, I'm just like stuck with my life regen, which is too slow. And I was like, okay, well, this is going to be an hour-long fight if I actually let him hit me once every 2-3 minutes. So I was like, well, that's not going to work. So, you know, it was just kind of that kind of a session. Ow, guys, get off me. But how you get through when there is honor and... Oh, well, I totally missed what you said. Hold on, that's actually pretty deep. Yeah, but how you get through when there's honor involved. I already did. You have to watch it. World's first, baby, to beat the Trial of the Sekimas using Thorns only. You have to watch that. It's a video on my channel as well. Thank you. Oh my god, my wife brought me beers just what I needed after a tough session. Oh yeah. Guinness, baby. But anyways, I did beat Trial of the Sekimas, world's first to do it Thorns only. Super excited about it. There is a video, there's a stream, you can watch the full stream on it, or there's an actual video. If you just go to the playlist, you'll see it there. I would link it if I could, but I don't have the I can't multitask, so it's easy to search for it though. Like no one's done it. I'm literally the only person. I'm trying to, hold on. Need more points. Dark Leech says I'm trying to get it with Witch to 100. Nice. We'll watch. It must be a nightmare. No, it was not a nightmare. It was actually very sexy and very smooth run. It was beautiful. I could not have asked for better RNG on the you know, like the actual trials. It was beautiful. You'll see that it was actually relatively simple, and we did it. We made it look good, pretty much. It could have been real. Now the boss fight, oh man, Rattle Cage, that was intense. Like it actually went down to the wire. It was, you're gonna love that fight. It was intense. The Rattle Cage fight was, whew. It was close. But everything else, we were just mowing through. It was easy. But yeah, that's when I was having the most fun with the Thorns build, I think. Before attack speed from the enemies became the biggest, I don't know, I guess the biggest build breaker for me, because especially if they have energy shield, it was just terrible. Oh, I completed this now? Okay, I don't even want to necessarily, I guess we can continue it. There's a lot of enemies, so might as well. Got to get some of that experience back we just wasted. You think you can beat the game with Thorns? You're damn right I do. I will beat the game with Thorns. I just, there was one boss in particular that made me break the rules, so to speak, yesterday. And it was a bad stream I was pretty frustrated about, so that's why I took a break, and today I'm doing something else. But tomorrow I will go back to the Thorns only playthrough. And yeah, I've been doing Thorns only. And it's been awesome. It's been really awesome. Except there's a few sessions and points that were quite frustrating that I'd been stuck on for a period of time. But yeah, you can, I guarantee it's possible, and I'll do it. Because I am very stubborn, if anything. 3 monsters. 1 monsters. It's possible, absolutely. I agree. I think it's possible. First off, anything's possible, but yeah, this is definitely possible. We've seen the potential, right? It's just, I'm at that point where, like, if the enemies, they start getting tankier, they're not then attacking at certain rates of speed that's going to allow them, their energy shield to stay down. So, like, you have to get creative and try to have other ways to do it. But that Iktab and Ekbab fight, for example, that was just, it just wasn't one that was very viable to do. You'd have to wait. It'd be like an hour long or more, because we're only doing 5 damage every 2 to 3 minutes. So it was damn near impossible. I do have several uniques, actually, Dark. I have several uniques that I have on my character. If you watch the streams, you'll see kind of how we've adapted that character along the way. Ooh, Bluff is so much fun. It's not fun when we go slow, though, but it's fine. I'm gonna actually, I have to clear all of these. I do have a nice little area where I have maps that I won't ever clear that are like my favorite maps, and I just keep running them and I don't complete them. Because there's some great maps, and right now you don't have any control over which maps you can trigger. It's just based on where they're at geographically on the map, or on the atlas. But yeah, I do have uniques. You should, once you check out the stream, I pretty much start off with showing you what I have equipped, in most of them anyways, and then what we plan to do. And all throughout the streams in that series, we're changing out, experimenting with different things, trying to define the parameters and see like what is acceptable, what's not acceptable. Essentially anything that's retaliatory, so I cannot strike at all. And the only way I can deal damage is if the damage is dealt. Or somebody hits me, and then that triggers the damage. And also I'm staying away from like cast on condition. So cast on ignite, I'm trying to avoid all that, because that's kind of like a loophole to me. That would be too easy, I think. And the way I'm doing it's kind of hard. Hence the challenge run. But I do challenge runs regularly, so it's fine. But that one just pissed me off yesterday. I was angry. Such a great map. I love this tower. The fact that they changed the towers loadout is so good. Orb of Transmutation. Oh my gosh. Silver Call. Very nice. Should be about it. Probably the last little stretch here. It's just such a fun map. You just can run, you just continue running, and then you just kill everything with one hit. Oh yeah, there's certainly some things I could do that I could benefit from Dark that I don't have yet. There's a handful of things. That's not gonna have, oh, that sucks. Yeah, there's a handful of things I would love to have that I just don't. I have a lot of the pieces of gear that I think are gonna carry me through to the end. But there's a few things, like I actually just found, last night, I was so angry, I just kept playing and I was like, I gotta find something that's gonna be the answer. And I found a belt. And it's a really cool belt I think is gonna help out with survivability, not with Thorns, but it would help out with certain fights. So I think it's this one right here. So 30% increased mana, that doesn't matter. 23% increased flash, the recoveries don't matter either, but this does. Life flask gain, 0.25 charges per second. That's really all that matters. The 0.25 charges per second gained means as long as I'm surviving, I'll gain health back. So I can survive any fight regardless of how long it is. So that was a huge, huge belt. I'll remove my Thorns damage from that though, but it's only temporary because I wouldn't wear that all the time. I'd only wear that during certain fights. So wow, we have to go all the way over here for this? Ugh. Or here. That's like 50 maps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like way too many. Lovely. Lovely. Crit damage. Ugh. Recovery rate. Let's get rid of some of these lower ones. All that crit hit chance. Ugh, it's so gross. Do you use yeah, sure. I haven't actually, like, everything I obtained on that character was something I had or picked up at some point, and I just kept because I was like, oh, I might end up doing a Thorns run one day. But I would certainly do trade. Yeah, I would certainly allow myself to do it, but for the most part, we haven't really used it. It's what's funny. For that character, we haven't really used it. 3 rage when hit by an enemy, cool. That's a good one, but I already have one very similar. I do allow myself to use trade, yes, because, like, say for example, if I hadn't saved some of those pieces of armor, there would be virtually no way to deal Thorns damage in the beginning at all. Like, you would just you'd not be able to ever deal Thorns damage until you found something, and the chances of that happening at that level too, it's very difficult. So yeah, we definitely allowed trade. I haven't really used it though. Everything that I had I already owned, because I had a bunch of duplicate, like this for example. I have my uniques, then I have like my dupes, so I use a lot of those. I think I feel like we might have used it for a belt, but I don't know. I don't remember. We might have used it for a belt, but the belt that I just got that yesterday off the ground, which is great. Just got an Infernalist Witch into maps. Nice. See, my Infernalist Witch is an Act 3. I'd love to get her there as well. Infernalist is a great character. Yeah, I love using... See, are you guys using the demon form or no? The demon form? Gotta figure out. I'm so hungry. I have not eaten like at all today. I ate, I don't know, something real small. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm starving. I'm famished, as they say. Ugh, I hate that. I'll go back for that. Delirium has been such a negative experience for me lately. Working with the... Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I went full minions on mine. I would like to go with the transformation, of course. I would definitely have to go with transformation. I just need a little bit more shield, please. More grim feasting. Before I feel comfortable to go activate that stupid delirium. Oh yeah. The delirium has killed me, and it actually made me fail my first citadel. I've done like 20, and I died for the first time, and it made me mad. See, look! I get stunned. I don't know why I get stunned so hard there. They're invincible for a period, and they can surround you, and that is so lame. One of the worst mechanics about when they first spawn in delirium. Where is everybody, damn it? Oh. Really? You guys are crazy. Get off me, you weirdos. What's it made of, ding dong? Okay, hold on, you get out of here. Yo, oh my gosh, I'm scared. I get so scared. Now I'm like hesitant. I'm playing scared. I'm a coward. What is happening? It's so hard to keep up delirium too. I much prefer breach, but lately I died in breach too, and I was like, I'm just hesitant. Now that I'm trying to level, I have that in my head, like I'm afraid to die. So now I'm like, I don't want to take those risks. Because I've been at 92 for like 3 years now. Level 92, 3 years strong. So he's dead. Electro Mage minions, nice, nice. Oh, no. Oh, I want that. Gross. Okay. Well, actually, that's not terrible, is it? +3 to all melee skills. It's a waste, you know, when you get something cool like that, but then it doesn't quite have the stats. So although you get the improved or increased melee skills damage, and it is the mana cost too, you don't get the benefit because the actual physical damage just isn't sufficient. What a sham. Yeah. Oh, you're not a minion user. Okay. Have not been able to get into summoner builds except SRS and P. What's SRS? SRS. Is that like a different class? I don't know. Acronyms are like my weakness. The bane of my existence. I don't like minions either. I like getting up in people's stuff, but because it's just a fun class, like I just like trying. The game's amazing, so everything's so viable and so strong and so you can do just about anything you want. The versatilities are there and everything. So I was like, ooh, minions is a thing. Let's try that. So I enjoyed it, considering that it's not really my typical play style. But I had a wand and I was casting the whole time anyways, because I was like, I want to feel like I'm doing some damage too. So yeah, but fortunately the game allows for that. You can still cast and do whatever, and I had a scepter and a wand. Self-cast minion, I see. Summon raging spirits, yeah. Raging spirits or raging skulls or whatever, and this one's cool too. Every time you cast flame wall or any flame related spell, the raging skulls, I think is what they are. They're great. That's kind of a big chunk of my damage. And then I have the detonate corpse as well, and all these other things that kind of just synergize. So when things die, I can pop the corpses, and then the corpses die, then other things happen. It's pretty fun. I don't even want to pick these up anymore. Map complete. We'll just break that down. See if there's any more brothers over here. Probably not. It's not the same in PoE 2. Yeah. I figure there's a lot of mechanics that like take the name of, but they're vastly different. Like I've even heard people say like, oh, well this unique was in there and it's way different now. I'm like, oh, interesting. I like when they do that because it's cool nods to the previous game, but I'm also always like, dang it, like as someone that like if I played PoE 1 or whatever, and it was like a really nice gear and they maybe nerfed it, that would be kind of frustrating. But they do that all the time with different, like if they bring things into another game, like in Destiny or whatever, like typically the newer version's not nearly as broken. What the heck is happening? +1 to melee is bait. I start with the arsonist and the game blinked on me. FPS dropped sub-zero. Oh, nasty. Sub-zero. Yeah, the melee +1 is okay. It's not really as strong. I think I'm running a +2 right now and I'm still doing 80,000 damage, I think, just standing still, so. It's fine. I think, right? I'm right at 80. I'll be at 80. I'm at 78. 78 smackaroos. My affinities are working. What I learned though is that every time I stop playing the game and I start it up again, it'll automatically like undo that setting. So I have to reset it to say, hey, please don't do that. I have to actually activate the affinities again. Really weird, but maybe that's a console thing or something. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff they do. Can you just take everything, please? Thank you. I don't even care. I just want a clean inventory, please. SRS is broken in PoE 2. Can see plenty of ways it can be fun. Would maybe run it if it wasn't doing a chaos. Oh, nice. Doing chaos. Let's see. What do we got here? The Valve Factory is kind of annoying as well. Cooldown recovery rate. Yeah, the I would definitely like to see what I can do with the witch. Like the witch I was making was very awesome. Lots of fun. I don't like this area. This area is tough, man. It's tough for me because you have the projectile guys, poor visibility, and you are often going to be hit from multiple angles, which sucks. Hello. A lot of ranged people, and the range can stun, which is kind of annoying. does massive damage, so you have to see them before they attack you. A lot of the enemies, similar to Act 2, get behind you, so you have to constantly be like strafing. Like here, I'm dodging all these. It's not ideal. Good thing though is if you stay on the offensive, if you defeat or kill the enemy before they, even if they shoot the projectile will disappear, even if it's midair. So that does not happen with every type of spell or every type of projectile, but for most it does. So it pays to be aggressive and to get the first hit. So having those quick projectiles is amazing. Got the pelt mantle, not that I need that. I don't typically have weird issues with FPS because I'm just on console, so it's fine, but there are instances where, like, there was one time, it was last night actually, I was doing the Iron Citadel, and the game kept pausing like every few seconds because it just couldn't even, like, it just wasn't running. I was like, what the heck is happening? I checked my download and upload speeds and those were all fine, so I had no clue what was going on. And no one was reporting any similar issues either, so. So it drops to 10. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know how to fix it, and I don't really have that issue mostly. But I did the other day, and every time I did an attack, like that attack, it would, like, any explosion animation or anything, it would just stop. Like it would like pause, pause, pause. And so I'd be like moving and pause, pause, unpause, and it was nuts. And I still beat the damn boss and the Citadel boss. And the funny thing is, today I lost my first Citadel and I didn't even get to the boss. I lost because of Delirium. And I was like, oh my gosh. So now I'm like really hesitant to engage with Delirium. This game is taxing even on the best PC, so yeah, not optimized for PS5 the way the game ramps. That's scary. But yeah, I had that weird issue last night. That was the first time I've ever experienced that, so I was like, oh gosh. I was terrified because I was in the Citadel. I had never lost one up to that point, so I was trying to maintain my perfect record. And then I just immediately died today, so cool. I died today before I even got to the boss. He didn't even have 2 million health. That was like 1.7 million damage in like no time. Some of the tankier bosses, you see that number goes, that's great. So awesome. Only when you're using minions. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, there's a butt ton of things on the screen, and I think the game does well to handle it for the most part, but random guys saying it's taxing even on PC, and I bet most of you guys have like rigs and all that stuff. I'm just on PS5, so I'm like, well, I'm at the mercy of whatever the hell the PS5 can take. I'm at the mercy of the PS5 machine. Grim Feast. I hope they don't nerf that to the ground. I was rocking a build without Grim Feast for the longest. Grim Feast only enhanced my build, so it'd be fine, but I just don't want to lose all my shield. That would be quite unpleasant. But you see how those projectiles like ate my entire shield like that? I almost died. I actually almost died there. But I refused. I picked up so many like unique belts today and last night. But I still don't have Headhunter. Haven't even seen one yet. All the chastises. Ah, open them. Give me loot. Ow, that was a direct hit, sir. What are y'all doing? Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh, it's terrifying sometimes. Strong as this guy is, I still get scared. Circle around. Thank you. I was gonna say, just guide me to them. This map, I don't like this map. It's fine. I think it's cool by design-wise. It's just one that I always am pretty cautious in. There's 3 bros still. Clean sweep. Most players won't ever experience that. I get 10 arsonists bombarding. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like you have to have pretty crazy setup, and then yeah, it's gonna break your PC and stuff. But I'm just kind of keeping it simple. Less is more. I literally have 2 skills that I use, so less is more. I'm a very efficient, simple man. It has a great beard. Whoa! Alright, can we get out of here? How many? Oh, there's a billion more enemies, so let's kill a few more. I don't like having the 50 plus. Ugh. I feel like a waste. Wasted. Gonna be a bunch of them over here. Yeah, Monk is incredible. I love this particular character. It's a good character. I think I'm gonna have a Monk every season. Be my guy. That'll be my main, and then we'll always experiment with others, of course. I can't wait to look at the Druid and the other. There's a handful. I don't know which 3 they're releasing at launch. What are you doing? But I imagine it's probably going to be like the Templar maybe, or the Shadow and the Druid, because a lot of the early access weapons and stuff were kind of geared towards that. Like there are weapons you don't even have, like daggers, and there's like a sword skin that we didn't even have, you know, the base weapon for or anything. So I imagine it'll be maybe like the Marauder, maybe the Druid, and maybe the Shadow, because that's daggers. So, oh, I'm not paying attention. But there's 12 classes total, for lack of a better term. Technically, they're kind of classes, because they do dictate the ascendancy, but aside from that, you can, as we've discussed, you can go do kind of whatever you want. Okay, better. Oh man, that chest probably has the best gear ever, right? I can guarantee it does. It does. No, it does. I'm gonna get you. Actually, yeah. I'm glad you're having a good time. This game's awesome. Oh yeah, like in terms of like how things run and stuff, I'm sure there's lots of optimization to be had. Of course. Now, not all of us are gonna experience the ups and downs of it, but there's certainly that. But I think in general, it's hella great. This is an excellent game. Excellent game. But yeah, that's exactly why. We are testing it so we can break it, and that way they can fix it. That's exactly what this early access period's for. Now, a lot of times people would say early access because they release an incomplete game, and then they charge you full price later on. Well, here it's the complete opposite. They're giving you an opportunity to break the game so they can optimize it to hell right before full launch is going to be like, you know, obviously pristine. So that's the way to do it, and it's really exciting that there's still developers out there that are actually, you know, doing those kinds of things, you know. It's really nice. I appreciate the little things. And then we'll break this down. Salvage. I'm so glad you can salvage those now. I missed that in the patch notes. Completely missed that. All right, then we'll throw this belt and we'll see which one's better. Let's see. Random guy says a monk on a properly rolled map could slog a system a bit with it blowing up 3 screens worth of mobs in every direction. Yeah, I bet. I bet. But my he's a simple, humble monk. He's good enough for me. It's my favorite character for sure. Let's see. Let's take a look and compare these two. Midnight Braid, is it? Wait, what? Let's compare and contrast. We have 25, 55. Ooh, this one's way better. This one's much better. What about these though? $22, $31, $5. We'll throw this in. It was for sale, I guess. I'll get rid of it. That is all she wrote. People will get mad when they will nerf the out of meta builds. Yeah, oh, of course they will. Because everybody, that's the kind of community like where it's like meta is like the big thing. They're trying to see who can then optimize those even further, do the most damage, get to certain levels first and whatever. That's cool. I think it's great. But I don't really care for meta builds. I just try and do whatever's fun and looks cool. If I can accomplish, does it look cool? Is it fun and viable the whole time? I'm happy. It'll be a while before they do that. Only a couple of meta builds right now due to lack of options. Yeah, true. Once they have the full game, then they can say, you know what, ice is overpowered. You know what, lightning is overpowered, you know? But yeah. But you guys are awesome. I want to say thank you all so much for stopping by. Today we had a bunch of super chats and things like that along the way, so that was huge. Thank you all so much for that support. You guys are amazing. As always, I always want to say thank you also for being the best part of my channel and also just dealing with me sometimes whenever I'm grumpy. Usually I'm in an excellent mood, but man, yesterday was that day. But you guys are awesome. Meta builds equals lack of creativity. Thank you so much, random guy, because the game has so much versatility. You can do anything. And for people to then be like all doing the same thing, all the creators doing the same stupid build guides, all of them saying, hey, if you pay 100 div, you can have the strongest character. Well, duh, any character, if you spend that much on with the god tier gear, is going to be viable or strong. If you have your stats maxed out to the 9s, of course, anything's going to be strong. So it's like, those are not... Stat stacking is cool, but it's not like really a build. I mean, it could be, I guess. But you just have to invest a lot in stats and allow yourself to do that. That's the one I kind of appreciate. The others are just all the same. And it's like, if you have this god tier gear and plus 25 magic skills, and I know it doesn't exist, but well, duh, anything would be strong. You could just do one fireball, and if you have plus 31 skill level, it's going to be a strong fireball, right? So I don't know. Those are, in my opinion, they lack creativity and they're not as fun. They're boring. I like builds that kind of create one skill and they make that skill like really powerful, or they are based around one piece of armor, something cool like that. And for me, I really at the time was working on Stormwave, and Stormwave is amazing. I went with that, and that then became Ice. It's Stormwave with 100% Ice infusion, so it's my bread and butter. But I also have the single target Bell, which I thought was really cool from like a style and lore kind of thing. It's awesome. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's a Bell. I was playing with some of my buddies, like, you can put a Bell down, and that was sick. So I was like, gotta incorporate the Bell. And keep it simple, and it's a very effective build. This build's great. The only time I die is when I make mistakes or I get stun locked because I roll into a crowd or something like that. But overall, it's a great build. Get good at the game. I've never followed a guide. Yeah, I don't. As a content creator, I just don't feel like it's right for me to look at guides because I'm the one creating guides. So it's like, but people do it all the time. They search it and say, I'm gonna make the exact same video, except say 2 different things and do a better thumbnail. And they'll do better, they perform better. But that's what content creation is. I don't do that stuff. I try and make videos that I would enjoy, what I find value in. And that's why my success will always be a little slower than most, because I'm stubborn. I'm going to do it my way. I don't care about the algorithm and stuff. There are things you have to try and appeal to a bit, otherwise you just simply won't get any eyeballs. But ultimately, I'm always going to be myself, making content that I like and having fun with games that I actually enjoy, not just because they're popular. This is actually I've put in 400 hours in this game, and I absolutely love it. I've been playing it since the 12th. So anyways, you guys are awesome. Have a good night. I'm going to get some dinner. I have not even eaten today. Like, I don't think I ate. I woke up late and yeah, just life. And yeah, I'm hungry. So you guys are awesome. I will be doing tomorrow's stream at the regularly scheduled time. So 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So we'll do 11 to 2. Continue that through the week, and then I'll take the weekend off, and then we're going to hit it hard. I might be doing the Thorns tomorrow. I think I will if I can remember to smile, but if not, we're just going to do more of this and try and grind to level 100. All right, you guys are awesome. Have a great night, and until next time, it's the Inhuman One signing out.